And Random Chaos is live. Let me take 1 second here. I want to send out a link to see if anybody wants to join. I think there might be a couple people, but being it's Thanksgiving holiday and all, some people might be with their families and others might be otherwise occupied. But if anybody else is wanting to come, I'm welcoming them. And give me just a second to send those people the link. So let me see. I'm going to go here. Invite. There we go. And there's the link. And I shall be right back. Okay, that's done. Links are out. And we'll see who shows up in the... there's Christy. So I'll get her in here in just a second. Let's see. There we go. And there we go. Now I need to go back to StreamYard and let's see. Hello, Fallon.
Hey, Tito.
And I thought Christy was in here too, but I don't see her now.
Oh, she might be having some issues.
Okay. Oh, there she is.
There
There you are.
we go.
I lost you
How
for
are
a
ya?
second. Well, happy
going on?
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
I thought maybe a few people, if they were alone, might want to sit down and talk for a little while. I don't really have any special topic. That's why I named it Random Chaos.
How about how most live streams go?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. While you're here, though, let's start about being it's Thanksgiving. We'll start with Phelan. Tell me what Thanksgiving means to you, and what did you do for Thanksgiving tonight? We'll go with that, and then we'll
Okay.
ask Christy the same question.
Okay.
Let's see. Thanksgiving. It's about getting together with your family or friends, and just be thankful for what you have. And I didn't do Thanksgiving until like lunch. We did ours at lunchtime. We had a humongous spread that my sister got up at 6 a.m. and cooked everything. So yeah, that's what we did this evening. I've mostly just been watching YouTube.
All right, Christy, your turn.
I was going to say, Eric is asking, can you send a link?
I did. He's got a link. If he checks his Twitter.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that above. I see the message above. Okay.
Yeah.
It's weird because with Thanksgiving, because I always, as you grow older, you have to work, and you're thankful for a day off first and foremost, especially for me. But I got to see my mom and my stepdad, and I also got to see my mom and stepdad freak out when the Cowboys lost.
That's my brother.
I laughed so hard. I mean, I couldn't contain myself. And we ended up meeting with my uncle, and his daughter. So we all just got together and we just sit down and talk about fun times and everything like that. and got to call my niece, my sister, my nieces, and it's funny because the girls are miserable because it's snowing up there. They like the snow, but they don't.
Aw.
So it's funny. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just came home and just been doing homework and some actual work stuff. But that's about it. What about you, Tito?
Today, I just we had our Thanksgiving at noon, and my wife had another thing to do with some family and friends, and I don't really travel well, so I stayed home.
Yeah.
So it was a good time for me, though. We cooked a regular Thanksgiving dinner here, all just enough for 2 people, and I had a good time. And I've been pretty much like Phelan. I've been looking at YouTube off and on. I've been going on periodically today. I've been on Pluto TV watching Doctor Who.
Oh.
Yeah, they're showing some of the newer episodes now. They used to always, when I would go in there, was always the old black and white episodes, and I don't really care for those too much.
What was it called? Pluto TV?
Pluto TV, yes.
Let me write this down.
Yeah, it's like they have a live broadcast, and then they also have on-demand movies and things too.
I like it. Tito is the one who brought me to that, and I get a kick because I'm a sucker, on MTV's like ridiculousness, like where you've heard of it, right?
MTV?
No, the ridiculousness on MTV.
Mm-hmm.
Tito, have you ever heard of that?
I haven't really watched MTV since MPT was new.
Well, no. I mean, it's just like one of those. It's just like one of those shows where it's a host, 2 people, sometimes a celebrity guest.
Yeah, I know it's more of an entertainment channel now, but when MTV
Hey, Tito Rookie's here.
Oh, where is he? There he is.
But what I'm saying though is like they'll have like a massive marathon of like 16 hours. And I'm a sucker, and I'll end up watching it. And I could kill my niece, my oldest niece, because she's the one that got me into it. Because I had to watch her one weekend a couple years ago, and I was like, niece. I almost said her name. Sorry. I was like, niece. We just spent the last 16 hours watching this.
Well, when MTV was created, MTV stands for Music Television, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it was basically 24 hours music videos. It was a radio station.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a video that's equivalent to a radio station. And since they quit that format and they do movies and television and other stuff, I don't really watch them anymore. Yeah. So, Rookie, you're here.
Yeah, what's up, nerds? What's up?
Oh, we're just talking in general about Thanksgiving, and everybody that's come in, I've asked the same question. What does Thanksgiving mean to you, and what did you do for Thanksgiving today?
It means it's an awesome day off from work, and
that's what I said.
I woke up, ate, I put up Papa Murphy's pizza in the oven, made a couple videos. Been making videos today because I have time for it without school or work. So yeah, I did that for the most of the time, and I'm just gonna be here for a little bit as well, working on another one. I'm watching Josiah Rice's movie that he made right now.
Oh, cool.
Called Taker's Crown on Amazon.
Oh, Lord.
It's very cringe, but it's funny.
Josiah's on Amazon?
On Amazon, yes. Taker's Crown. It's got like 4.5 stars, surprisingly.
There, I got Eric in there.
Oh my God. Sorry. Eric, did you have a boomer moment?
No, I don't know how to get on that way. I mean, I can use my phone or I can use the computer and the mic, but I need to have it sent to my Twitter to do that.
So a boomer moment.
Yeah, if you click it on your phone, it just brings you right to the studio, same as on your computer, pretty much. It just asks to use your mic and camera.
Wouldn't I have to use my phone to do that? I mean, when
But
I
you could have
Nice.
used the phone or the computer. Either one.
I haven't figured out how to go from my phone to the computer. I guess so. I guess so. I guess you're right,
Boomer.
Christy.
Oh my god.
Hi, Eric.
You really should get that cough taken care of.
Yeah, quit smoking or choking on all that cum. I was kidding.
That's turkey gravy. Turkey gravy.
I don't think Christy heard that. Could you repeat
That's how I
that,
treat my
Rook?
patrons.
Oh no, I certainly heard that.
I'm not sure you did.
Oh my god.
Okay, we have established that this is adult chat, so we're not in any fear of getting any strikes for having children's content.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Mhm.
Eric, happy
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
And what does Thanksgiving mean to you? And what did you do for Thanksgiving today?
Well, yeah, Thanksgiving's just an opportunity to get with family, and this year was the first one we've had since my brother's mother-in-law passed. So and her husband was there. That was that actually went better than I thought because he actually was dealing with it very well, and all of her family was there, and that was it was nice.
Very good.
Nice.
Very good.
I'm still too sick to eat, but it's so I got to watch everybody else stuff their faces, but
Is that from
Leftovers.
your tooth issue?
well, I've got something wrong with my stomach and my digestion, and I just
Ooh.
I had to. I made a big obnoxious plate full and took it home and ate here for obvious reasons.
That's like me. I
Oh my
can't,
god.
since I've been retired and I don't really get a lot of physical exercise, I can't eat very much. And today, Thanksgiving, your eyes seem to be bigger than your stomach. And
Mhm.
Right.
yeah, I looked at what was available and I had, a portion. And normally I would, have another plate, but I couldn't have another plate. I just had no room.
I wish I could say that.
That's when you get the second plate.
Yeah. Yeah. No second plate for me today. Couldn't do it.
You didn't even take a plate home?
They didn't have to take anything home. It was here in the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
Try to keep up, Christy.
kiss my grits.
Oh
Yeah, we
boy.
just got here's somebody. Who is this?
What do you mean?
Real DV. That somebody we know?
Oh, I
No.
was like, who the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, if you say RDV, she doesn't know who you're talking about.
Kiss my
Well,
ass, Bankman.
Venkman, you've got to get you on there so you can go RDV.
Oh,
They wouldn't understand it, Eric. They don't watch sports.
No, a couple.
Excuse me, I used to watch WWF. I completely got the reference.
Take that, you incel.
Well, I just assume everybody knows Christy that hates sports because
I
Dalton.
freaking hate sports. But it's so I don't mean to take, but the Dallas game. Oh man, it was just so funny to watch my parents. They lost their shit when the Cowboys were losing. Oh, it was hilarious.
That was great.
Hot diggity dog.
They can't suck enough for me.
God.
So, Dr. Venkman, happy Thanksgiving.
To you too.
And we've been asking everybody the same question as they come in. So your question is, what is Thanksgiving to you? And what did you do today for Thanksgiving?
Actually, I had Thanksgiving yesterday.
Okay.
We went by my sister's over there. Then they're like, put on a Marvel movie because they have Disney Plus. They're like, put on any Marvel movie. So I'm like, I put on Captain Marvel. They're like, no. I'm like, well, you said any movie. I'm like, I want to watch it. So, but I ended up watching National Geographic has this thing about freaking chimpanzees. And I was like, it's narrated by Tim Allen of all people. And I was watching. I was like, it caught my. I'm like, I'll just put it for laughs. And then I'm like, I sit down. I'm like, this is a very dark documentary. They're showing the monkeys eating other smaller monkeys. I was like, I'm like, this is like, and Disney bought this.
Is that one of those where the chimps were hunting for the monkeys up in the trees and
Yeah.
kind of hurting them and
They, they were
that's old.
creepy.
I saw that when I was in high school.
Oscar.
Really?
Oscar
Yeah.
was the little chimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like probably like the 90s when it came out. I don't know. It was
I
National
think,
Geographic.
I think it was earlier than that because I remember seeing that. I think I was like a junior or senior in high school when I first saw it.
Man, that's old.
Yeah, it is.
That's like the
I'm almost as old
1930s.
as green.
They had monkeys back then.
They
Oh my
had
God.
just evolved from the lower forms.
They were just coming out of the primordial ooze.
Yeah.
And Tito said, "Get a camera."
So do you guys like Christie's new name? According to Christie?
Yeah.
Hey, I
think
think,
that
I
works.
think it's apt.
I thought of that. I was like, according to Jim, we'll do according to Christie.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that too.
That's why it says I did the reaction with a gif of according to Jim. He's like, what?
Yeah.
So she's got 2 shows named after me now. The Channel and the other one with Kalia.
Well, you buried the lead, Venkman. You gifted us with a rare gift.
Do a lot of y'all have to go back to work tomorrow? Or if you do work or anything like that?
I
Where
have
did
to
you
go
work?
back into retirement tomorrow.
Well,
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, are you retired? Do you work part-time?
I'm retired.
I just work at being
I gave up.
here.
I got to go back to me old
I'm
job at the subway
trying
station.
to get a job. It's very hard finding work
Yeah.
in a small town.
Yes, after this, I'll be going back down to the old mines.
I'm going to make this sandwich for all the youngsters today on the daily things.
Yes, you better go get that gold down there before the other whippersnappers get it.
You're going to try.
Well, since I asked each of you
You're
what you were thankful for, and I didn't really answer that for you guys. For me, I'm just thankful that I'm here alive. For me, the last several years have been kind of hard, and I've been hospitalized twice where the doctors didn't think that I was going to be checking out alive.
Holy shit.
They just thought I was going to be checking out. Of course, I didn't cooperate, and I'm still here.
You know what I found out, which is really cool about credit card companies? If your spouse, like say your spouse dies, and the card's under his account name, and when he dies, you don't have to pay off that credit card debt.
Oh yeah.
Because when my dad passed away, like we had like over like $8,000 on one credit card bill, on credit card because it goes, they had a max limit on there, so we're filling it up more. I'm like, and like we're paying it off slowly but surely, monthly. And we found out they found once he found his dad, like they canceled the card and we had to pay the card. I'm like, dude, I wish I would have known that earlier. Like, get that brand new Lamborghini.
Damn.
It's like,
Yeah, but you know what the drawback is for the card holder? They're dead.
So anyway, that's
not a drawback if you don't have to pay your
I was
bills.
hospitalized.
That
and
went dark really
I
fast.
went home. I had to end up retiring. I didn't want to retire, but that was the doctor's orders. So I've been retired for about 3-4 years now, and work for me is pretty much what I'm doing here. Is whenever I feel like doing something, I do it, and I try to just enjoy myself.
Nice. We should give that a try, Christy. Just
What, to retire or just work from home?
no, just do work when we would like to, but no.
Man, if I could do that, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
That's my goal.
I used to think that, but right now, if I could choose to go back to work and work, without any physical limitations, I would much rather do that than be home like this.
Yeah. It is like the camaraderie that you have with your employees and stuff like that, but I can't stand the bitches I work with. They're so, they're so petty. They're so petty. They're so petty.
They're not
And
the
I'm like,
best.
I'm glad you said work with them. I'm like, don't you work at a retirement home or a senior home? Like,
no, that's my
No,
that's a part-time job.
She's talking about the brothel.
It still
No.
worked though.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Star Wars brothel, right?
Derek.
The school I work for, it's just they're like they always want to get promoted and like
I
do
need
just
a
offhanded.
No, that's what-
Exactly, rookie, and they'll just do about anything to get that done, and I'm just like, oh
I
my
did-
god.
I did my job on my shift once. I deserve a vacation.
I rem-
God.
I
I
flipped
I
remember
don't know.
one-
burger. Can you please give me
When
$15?
women get together, it's not a great place.
No, it's not. I remember one girl. How did she say it? Well, I'm here and I showed up. Doesn't that count for something?
No, that's when you say, "Okay, here's a gold star sticker. Now get to work."
And
Well,
I laughed so hard because somebody did a one-liner like just like that, rookie or something like that. Well, insert stupid here or something like that, and I couldn't help myself, but I started laughing. I thought that was hilarious, and she got fired immediately after that. But
It's almost like when they say, "Hey, you get at least you get 1 point for writing your name at the top of the paper." Like that's what that sounds like. So
yeah,
it's like,
Oh,
so wow, the work that takes no work is what they want credit for doing, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, okay, we're all supposed to start at least showing up. That's 0. Now
Yeah.
do something. Then you can start earning anything.
Well, the COO of my company, he was in Spain all last week. Oh, such a hardship, I know. And on Wednesday, he was pissed because he was walking around. He's like, "Where is everybody? Where is everybody? People are off driving to go visit their families that they haven't seen." I'm surprised I still have my job. Yeah.
I gotta agree with you, Vank.
I gotta say one thing about since Tito said what he's thankful for. I'm thankful for actually meeting everybody in this whole entire community of last year. Everybody I've met, a lot of nice people. Then there's Christy, and then
oh, that's so mean.
but seriously though, it's Christy is a pain in the butt.
Venkman, you're a pain in the ass.
Kiss my
too.
grits.
If she's a pain in your butt, then you guys are doing it wrong.
Oh my god.
That's more like
Oh.
IP. That's more like IPV, man. Intimate partner violence, because I have no recollection of that.
I think there's a
What the
three-letter
hell
word
is
for that.
that?
Intimate partner violence. That's the new thing that's going on. The virtue signaling.
Intimate partner balance.
Oh.
What?
I thought it was
No.
self-partner balance.
No, intimate partner violence.
Boy, I bet
violent.
you Emma Watson's really sorry she's self-coupling these
No,
days.
Melissa Benoist, the one who plays Supergirl, came out like 2 days ago on Instagram saying, I am a survivor of intimate partner violence. Basically means if someone you're sleeping with, but you're not.
Isn't that domestic violence?
It's not domestic violence though, because domestic would mean like you live with them. But if you're just like hooking up, random hooking from the bar, you know,
Where's
that'd be
the violent part?
the violence. I don't know. She didn't specify. She just said I'm an IPV
Well,
survivor.
she hasn't made up that part of the story yet.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think she wears
Okay,
pants?
I'm so glad I'm not the only
She
one
wears
that thought
pants now
that.
because she's so scarred.
What, the thought that she was full of crap?
Yes, to a certain extent.
She reminds me of even though I agree with her current politics, Roseanne, like every time a new thing became trendy as far as like, ways to virtue signal as far as like domestic violence or, she's going to Me Too somebody next.
Oh, absolutely, she is.
Yeah, because she would have already done it, but she forgot.
Well, we were looking at the people before. I don't know if she's married now or actually was dating Chris Woods, who was a co-star on Supergirl.
Yeah, she dumped her husband for him.
Oh, did she dump? Oh, 2017. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's no longer. Yeah, she got divorced in 2017, and then she started going with that Chris Woods guy.
The guy was playing up what, Monel?
Monel. And then after that, I don't know who she's with now.
Oh, she dumped Monel too?
I think so.
Yeah,
See,
I think that's a whole tube of crazy there. I think I'd politely beg off.
I mean, she really needs to, and I'm not trying to get real with like real and stuff like this with this topic.
We would
But
never
like,
expect that.
yeah, but no, in seriousness though, she needs to back the fuck off with that, because that could do a lot more harm than good. Because my mother survived that, I survived stuff like that, and it takes a lot for someone to come forward. And if that happened to her, I'm completely sorry that happened to her. But even though you're trying to encourage people to do that, sometimes that does more harm than good, I think.
She just always seems like I said, she always seems to have a new story when it's, like when they stop, spelling her name right in the papers. She always, when she becomes Melissa Benoit, or someone's like, oh, I better come up with something to get back, on, at the top of the articles. And
By
if
the
I'm
way, I
wrong,
just want to mention that
I think there's a lot
apologize.
of celebrities
this year,
like that.
the lead item in our Thanksgiving dinner this year was a female lead. I want to mention that Gertrude was very delicious. Yeah. So just in case anybody's watching and they're concerned about diversity and that kind of thing, we didn't have a Tom turkey this year. We had Gertrude.
Hey Tito, share my screen.
Oh, Lord.
You're gonna make
Oh,
me
my
think
God.
now.
No, it's on Twitter. So on Twitter, the hashtag if women were men for a day is trending.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, sorry. Update on the Supergirl thing. She's married to Chris Wood, and she's talking about her previous leadership, whoever that guy was. Whoever she divorced back in 2017.
Al Bundy, hell yeah.
You're not showing the full thing. There you go.
I see Al Bundy's thumb.
Yeah, and his other hand's in his pants, probably. Where he always sets it.
Yeah, well, it looks like it, but it doesn't really show that in the GIF. Dollar bills, y'all.
I think he accidentally took
Ugh.
Christy out. Is she
Where did-
backstage?
Where'd she go?
I don't
She
know, but you the
disappeared
man, Tito.
Before you. Oh,
No, she's backstage still, Tito.
Really?
Yeah,
Tito, you ain't the man no more.
He's like, I gotta remove you so I can get the screen up.
so rude.
yeah, Eric. Let me do it for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So, you watch any NFL games at all? The Turkey Bowls?
Well, I said, watch the first game. I'm not sure how much that qualified as NFL football, but then the second game, the Cowboys, sucked. Yeah, I said it, that's always good entertainment. Then Atlanta made the third game a game.
Wait, you actually watched the game? I just watched the cheerleaders, the Cowboys.
Dallas has cheerleaders?
Yeah, you know that?
Oh, I had no idea.
Christy, was that your stream that was being shared? It had Al Bundy and that.
Yes, that was mine.
Okay, so I did get you up there. I didn't know. I've never done that before. I've had people in my streams, but nobody ever asked me to share a screen with them.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
This is a learning moment. It's all good.
Yeah.
Wow. She said her ex before she met her boyfriend, remember her husband. So this guy would not even having kissing or having flirtatious scenes with men's because she's an actress. So it just sounds made up. I'm an actress. I got out of a relationship with a guy because he was mad because I was kissing and having sex with other guys on camera. But I wasn't really doing it though. I was just making it look like I was doing it all. I wasn't doing porn.
I mean, I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility that she's telling the truth, but it seems like it's like two or three, things where, like I said, she's been, whatever's trendy, and I don't mean to trivialize that by any stretch, but she wouldn't be the first star to
real life superhero right here. Such a beautiful soul, and I'm so proud of her having the strength and courage to share a story like that.
Yeah. And to tell her truth.
What do you think that Fox News or something like that is gonna
the cold heart
bullshit?
The
Or
cold,
sis.
the
Christy,
cold hard
nothing.
truth. The cold hard
I
truth of
expect
all.
CNN.
I can't read this. The cold hard truth of it all was she was being abused and had to cover it up and laugh it off, like hide like what was happening to her. Melissa is so fucking strong.
That's why she wears pants now.
Yeah, she's becoming like Ellen DeGeneres.
And she had to cover up those leg bruises
Oh,
from her
God.
ex.
Little leg bruises.
What? Too soon?
Yeah. It's like I wanted to laugh so bad. I really did. Okay, I'm laughing now. Damn.
I'll laugh for you.
If you
This did.
Melissa went on to say, if you're enduring what I went through and you see this, you might be able to find the tiny straw that will break the camel's back. Now she's promoting hurting animals.
What a bitch.
Exactly. And by the way, this is a BuzzFeed article because I did not want to watch. I did not want to watch her 14-minute freaking Instagram post on it, which is now deleted.
No, but it's clipped where it shows like somebody says like Trump 2020 or something Trump.
Wait, did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch the full 14-minute thing, but it was somebody that retweeted, like they just clipped the part where like in the comments of her story, they were like, "Oh, we believe in you, we love you and everything." But then you see Trump 2020, Trump will win and stuff like that. It's,
So
Right now, it's all over Tumblr.
I don't have Tumblr.
So
yeah, she's
gee, I wonder if it was
hitting all the right spots.
I wonder if the guy she's talking about was Blake Jenner, who's married to her.
It is.
Like,
It is. That's who she's talking about.
Is that
Tumblr.
related?
I haven't been in Tumblr in ages. That used to be a place to go where you wanted to see naked ladies.
They
Now you just go to
took that out.
Twitter.
Yeah, no, Twitter's got that. They're going strong with that. But Tumblr does not.
They don't
got
do that anymore, huh?
Not anymore.
No, they only have the Instagram like risque thoughts. You know, they can't go full thought.
Oh, okay. I didn't really know about Twitter. I guess I'll have to do some searching.
I can recommend you guys some good sites.
Is anybody watching still?
I'm
Last time I
watching.
checked, last time there was
Probably to helium.
I was
If
gonna
he's
say-
still there.
I was gonna say the
Well,
last
he
time I
hasn't said
checked.
anything in 15 minutes, so he's probably gone too.
On my screen, it says there's 6 people watching.
I was
Well, there's also 6 people on the panel, Tito.
Yeah,
I
so-
thought you meant breathing helium for a sec.
no, it's not me. I'm not watching at all.
Well,
Oh,
all
I
the
am.
people that normally watch my live streams are inside this chat.
I don't have YouTube open, so
yeah.
Wait,
I look at participants, and it's like I'm the only one that's in there.
Phelan, you have live streams? I did not know that.
Yes.
Yeah, she did one today.
Did you? I have to look it up.
Yeah,
your
all,
channel.
all the cool kids were there.
Eric was there. Rookie was there. Tito was there.
Well, excuse
Like I said.
me, Princess.
You have not much representation on the bottom row here, I have to say. I guess you know your so-called friend on the bottom left.
thing is
has
that Eric,
more important
like,
things to do.
Eric, you're like you have people's channels on, like their streams on, but you don't. I'm like, you'll see Eric and he'll say one thing, and then you know he's not watching anymore. He's watching sports or something, and he just has it on playing.
Well, I was, you know, sometimes I don't have to, be part of the conversation. I was just listening last night.
Yeah, but you're doing what you do now, where it's like you're talking, but your head is turned towards the fucking TV.
he's like, I hear you.
Don't
I
get-
can multitask.
Hey, don't get down on Eric because I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you don't have your camera on, Bankman.
Well,
Well, because you guys can't afford to watch that. You know, I charge money for that.
He wears his Spider-Man
Oh, Lord.
mask and nothing else.
See, Tito's watched my stuff.
Oh, I haven't watched your stuff. I've seen your mask.
nobody needs to be watching your stuff, Eggman.
Everyone has their little niche.
Hey, does anybody here watch Louder with Crowder?
I used
Of
to
course.
when they had not gay Jared on there, but not now he's behind the screens and they had that quarter black
I don't
Garrett
think I've
guy.
watched in a while.
Who's
Yeah,
now- Yeah.
Who's part of Geeks and Gamers now, isn't he?
He's on there a lot, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Anyway, he does a spot that he puts on YouTube that's he puts up a topic and then change my mind. And one for today was Thanksgiving is not racist, change my mind. And he goes around to college campuses and he puts out a table and a couple chairs, and if people will sit down and talk with him, they discuss whatever the issue is. We got a couple of people in there today. And everybody was, they were courteous. Not what you'd probably expect these days, but they did run him out, and they didn't really call him names or anything. But
Well, that's just now getting traction. This is the latest one that the left has gotten hold of. Since they've gotten Columbus Day done away with, they're going to go after Thanksgiving now because it promotes genocide. You understand?
yeah, and that
Yeah.
was the issue, and
Yeah.
he
Well-
was saying that it's not racist,
Oh.
and they're insisting that it is.
Like, well, when
And
does
he said it's not
Thanksgiving-
racist because it includes everyone, and it's a time for people to come together and be thankful for what they have,
Well,
and it extends to everybody. And
You-
they were insisting that the college students that it is racist because the culture is institutionally racist, and if you believe in or support the culture, that by default makes you racist.
And
Well,
public
the
universities
whole-
make you
Well,
institutionally stupid.
The origins of it, I agree with to an extent, but now, absolutely not. Tito,
Well-
you just said it.
Well, it's
You
like
bring-
when on. Sorry, are you? No, sorry. Go ahead.
Every
No, go ahead.
society is the result of someone being conquered.
Exactly.
Well-
Get
Well,
over it.
like, when on Thanksgiving do we go? All right, everybody, let's celebrate the slaughtering of all the Indians in the back in the day. Let's get our knives and get ready to do some stabbings.
But were
Let's
you at my-
celebrate.
were
It's
you
like,
at
no,
my
let's
house,
go,
Ricky?
let's go eat some turkey and get fat.
all right.
What he
All it
said
is.
about that was that when the people that first came in the 1600s, they set up a fort and they survived their first year here. They were nearly starving, and the natives were instrumental in keeping them alive. And at the end of the year, they had learned enough that they could be self-sufficient and have some left over, and that's when they decided to have this Thanksgiving feast. It was intended by both natives and the colonists together, and from that point, for the next 50 years, there was peace and trading between the two. And one thing that changed that is that at one point after that 50-year period, the people that had sold Manhattan, they had a different concept of what land or property was, and they wanted that area back, and that led to some harsh disagreements, and it led to a war.
Okay, so
And-
people are wrong then when they say
Well-
that it's racist because it's literally about unity then, and then later, different actions came about different cultures anyway. So
That was exactly the point that Crowder was making, and of
Facts,
course, nobody would
facts
have
are
it.
racist. Thank you.
Yeah,
because like if this is the case, then all humans in existence are horrible because one, every human is at least in the past has likely killed something unless they
Just,
got killed.
just straight
Yeah.
white men. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Not the gay white man. To clear it, if you're gay,
Only
You're
thing
not-
I've
you're not
ever
racist.
murdered is a cheeseburger.
Are you a straight white man, Bankman? Well, we don't need to listen to you. Thank you.
yeah. hmm
I was thinking about. I was thinking a lot about Star Wars today. 'Cause I was in a couple of streams that they were discussing Star Wars, and
Ray's the best character ever. Thank you.
No, you said it
Um,
wrong. You said it wrong. She's the best character ever.
well, I'm thinking more
Thank you
about.
very much.
I'm thinking more about
You get it?
Finn and about Rose
Popo.
Tico,
Yeah.
and because they include these people just to have them in there. But have you noticed that when they talk about diversity and they have to have representation, what they really mean is they want white women.
hey Eric,
Ruh-roh.
Yes,
You see
I-
this? There you
Yes.
go. Happy Thanksgiving.
Ow. Oh my
They gave you a nice
God.
bird. How lovely. How lovely.
So, but am I right about that? Whenever they talk about they need to have diversity, their idea of diversity is a white woman.
Usually, or something like that. You know.
The rest of the characters, like look at Finn, he's kind of like a nobody. He's
Well,
they,
well, no,
they
but if they,
kinda,
thing is, if they got the woman, then she's not gay enough, and then if she's gay, and then she's not black enough,
yeah.
then it keeps on going around. In some
But they
form.
never have a person of color, even though they're talking about
No.
diversity. When they talk about diversity, they mean a blonde woman with blue eyes, and then there's side characters that have color, but they
Well,
don't really have an important part in anything.
But that's why they're excited with their white character until they have what they want, and they're like, crap. Well, what can we be mad about? Well, shit, you don't have a black woman in this. That's a lesbian as well. You know, why not have her
Oh,
be a cripple?
God.
You know, like okay,
No.
all right.
We're gonna go with what Ash on Comics says. We're just gonna take every single character, make it a black female, and make her a lesbian.
Hey, Venkman.
Oh dear.
Can you just draw that?
God.
That's
I think
pretty
he had
good.
that
That's for
prepared.
you.
But why is it
That's the finger
backwards though?
deep in the palm.
Why did you draw it backwards?
Well,
Yeah.
That's like
you're right.
saying
I should have used this.
Yeah.
Eric, I think you should
I mean-
do an Indiegogo and let's make a comic book.
I'm gonna call it the bird.
Okay.
Actually,
it's
no. If Breen starts doing his own show, we're gonna call it On the Hour with Eric Breen.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Eric. I think you might be the only one in here that would know what I'm talking about. Are you a fan of R. Crumb?
No, actually, I'm not. I was never a fan of the underground stuff.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yes.
And does anybody else in the room know?
What the hell are you two into?
You talking about 70s underground punk? What?
Yeah, well, comics.
Oh, comics.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a youngin.
Okay,
I have no
I wouldn't
idea.
know. That's before
Yeah,
I was
no.
born.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. I thought
I'm
only
a
Eric would know.
millennial. I don't know what you're talking about, boomer.
Nothing existed before I was born. Okay.
Exactly.
From millennial?
Just
Emily-
thought I'd put that out there and see if you guys knew anything about anything.
Well,
I
I
think
think Venkman's already established that he doesn't.
Oh, he just admitted it right here.
I think a great show would be the Breen and Breen Show. Neil Breen and Eric Breen. For those who know Neil Breen,
Nope.
Can we have Mike Breen, the ESPN basketball announcer, join us too?
sure, if there's more Breens, I didn't think that was a common name. Sure.
Breen.
I'm sure.
Any
Hey, I'm sure there's a 6-pack next to a Breen somewhere.
But the thing is, you'd have to
There
let
used to be a
Neil
lot of
Breen,
them
like,
next to this one.
you'd have to be watching a Neil Breen film and then comment on it together. That would be funny.
But what's
Then
funny is
then we could have
when
zombies come in and go Breen.
Rookie, please do that in your next skit.
Don't they already-
please.
Don't
Do
they
what?
already have the basic white girls saying Starbucks?
I
What do you want me to do in my next
Starbucks.
skit?
If you do something like that where they're like Breen, just to give a nod to Eric.
Breen
Okay,
in?
yeah, like,
Breen.
No.
Breen,
Dude, you know, mod classes they say Breen in, Breen out.
What kind of
Usually-
class?
Wow, Christy, of all the times for you not to say that's what she said.
I can imagine her saying that.
No, that's what Breen says. Breen in, Breen out.
There we go.
Okay.
There you go, Eric.
We could drop a pin now.
Is there a condom on his head?
That's it's a code head, you little bastard.
Man,
Oh, it's got the reservoir tip.
Mustard cap.
For her pleasure.
Mustard cap. Oh my god.
Don't make me laugh.
It's just a swim camp. That's all it is.
I'm sure that's all those were. What a cheap promotion that was.
Mm-hmm.
But
Subscribe.
thank you so much, Eric.
It's like they took a balloon, just like popped it, and this here you go.
So, Rookie, how's the Subway business?
Lame, but you know.
Did they fix that derailed car yet?
Did they what?
Did they fix that derailed car? There's a car that got derailed.
I have no idea.
Subway.
Oh no.
Hey, I hate to interrupt, but Fallon, you have 91 subscribers.
Yahoo!
Hell yeah.
I know, right? I just gave her one.
You do.
Yep.
Almost at 100.
Oh, found that. Thanks for the follow back on Twitter.
Yep, that is my goal. It has been my goal since I started. Because I don't think I'll get 1,000 and 4,000 hours before January 1st.
That is a stretch, but
Well, Fallon, I called YouTube and asked them to hold off on their new rules for you.
I mean, you can get 1K. You can get 1K subs with no watch time. It's easy.
What do you guys think of the latest news on that whole issue that now that YouTube's going to just terminate accounts that they decide are not commercially viable?
Well, that's a lot of
they elaborated on that.
Pardon?
That's vagueness to me.
Mhm.
Well, of course it's vagueness because then they don't have to explain. They can just do what they want and say, "Well, you can refer to our policy."
I think my guess is they're saying that, and they're trying to scare a bunch of smaller YouTubers into just giving up, and maybe deleting their own channels and just I'm sure they're trying to clear, because I said they want to be Netflix, but as far as like whether or not they'll just start deleting channels, I know they did that for channels, political channels, but I don't know if they'll I don't know if they'll bother, at least initially.
Are you referring to Kappa or to something else?
Not Kappa. It's not really related to Kappa, but it came right after this Kappa news. You're not familiar with this?
Because I don't know what you're referring to.
Okay, well, I can give you a link to a video that could give you a much better explanation than I can. But
because I'll say this too: a lot of things get really misconstrued lately with YouTube rules and what they actually do and what they actually mean.
Well, this
So
video
a lot of people spread things and it scares people, and then they spread it around too, and then it's just like the real information kind of lost, and that's kind of what happened with Kappa as well. People went to DEFCON 1 immediately, and it's like be a DEFCON 3 where you should be a little worried maybe, but I mean it's just kind of wait and see. It's not the end of the world. You're not going to be charged 42 grand. Like a lot of people were so concerned with that. It's like that's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, that actually came from Twitter or from
Reddit.
Tito, we got somebody.
Who have we got?
Nacho.
Hey, what's up, Nacho?
Nacho Ninja.
Yeah, I was just talking to Nacho and what was the other guy? Charlie McNeilson, the sock puppet account for Tank Ferret and Trusty Sidekick. If you ever listen to these three guys, they sound exactly the same.
Hello, Nacho, and welcome to Random Chaos.
Wasn't Trusty Sidekick on Angletine's stream last night?
I have no idea. I wasn't on this the Thanksgiving stream.
He was. I did see him there.
Yeah, that's right. He drew Night Vale, and I was the only other person there that knew who he was drawing. Everybody else kept thinking it was a DC character.
Nacho's a great guy. I mean, he actually is. His nationality has nothing to do with nachos. He just loves nachos.
Well, I can't bring him there. I love nachos.
Well, for the people who might be assuming his ethnical background.
We don't assume ethnicities or genders here.
I assume every nacho is related to Nacho Libre.
Oh God, that movie. It was funny, but
I
can't watch that movie ever again. But
that
yes, they get nigglets.
Jesus.
Yeah, we were kind of
Yeah.
pushing the lines, and we were making fun of Charlie the whole time because he said something.
Okay, Ricky, in the chat, I just put that link for that video. When you have time, it probably would be in your best interest to check it out.
Be in your best interest, sir.
Well, yeah,
No,
it affects
Hey,
everybody.
You got a nice little channel there, rookie. Be a shame if something happened to it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, be in your best interest if you comply.
And this comes from one of the chief officers at YouTube. Came
Right.
originally from a tweet, and it's about a policy that they're going to implement in early. I don't know if it's December or January.
Are you talking about where everybody has to do something that the review or the terms of service by December 10th?
No, they're just going.
No,
They're going to look at your channel and decide whether they feel it's commercially viable or not. And if it's not, then
Oh, I heard of that thing.
you're not gonna you're not gonna be able to upload anymore.
Oh, I heard of that thing. And see, that
Yeah.
was a. I don't know. Again, I don't think that's actually too big a thing to worry about because YouTube relies on its creators for them to make money. So if they just go, you're not making, I mean, that doesn't make any sense because you have to grow from somewhere. And there has to be a certain amount of time
Right.
and you're monetized in order to have a chance to make any revenue or income. So, like with any business,
Unless they
you
are
can't
going to
have them
go
open for
just
a month and go, you're not making nothing. It's like, so that to me, the way that that's worded and people are probably worried doesn't make as much sense, especially like, if the bigger channels are worried, like Doomcock or Geeks and Gamers, I don't know why they would be, because they clearly bring them some revenue and income, a certain amount of views here and there. It's even the smaller channels, it's still some kind of money, So I don't know.
unless they've decided to go full blown, commercial celebrity, blah blah blah, and just
But I
basically
mean,
cut off everybody at the knees. Because if they just go through everybody's channel and decide who's not commercially viable and get rid of them, no new channel will ever be able to start that doesn't get permission from YouTube, and they'd only give it to people like a Will Smith or a celebrity that they know can make them money. Because that would be the absolute end of YouTube as we know it if they
yeah,
actually implemented that.
yeah. Well, technically, they could already do that right now.
Sure
I would
they
imagine
could.
because it's their platform anyway that they have allowed to be the way it is.
Right, but if
So
you're not going to let anybody on there, what was the point of doing it in the first place?
well, that's the thing.
Money.
They seem to keep on
Yeah.
adjusting change, and this is why this would be great if they had a competitor or one that should rise sometime soon. Because like right now, they keep on changing the rules and the way it is with creators. So if there was another
I know
option,
that BitChute's trying to, but BitChute is basically they don't have a live stream. If they get a live stream capability,
well,
that's the one.
They're working on it.
Okay, but
they're really not as consumer friendly, I'd say. But
But then let me ask you this. So let's say that happens, everybody goes to Bitchute. Is it what if that'll eventually happen to them? What's happening to YouTube?
Well,
Then people,
Well,
it's just a
about
That's
BitChute.
speculation though. That's speculation though, because
that is speculation. I completely
'cause-
agree.
because Google owns YouTube. That's one reason that they're having all those problems. Because Google owns it. Google does not own BitChute.
Let me
No,
say this about
no, but
BitChute.
Kappa doesn't either. So I mean, they could just decide to go.
What
They could just go after
BitChute has
BitChute.
done is they created this niche for themselves. Their basic policy is they do not censor. You can post what you want there.
Yeah.
Of course, you're also responsible for whatever you post. So they have no responsibility for what you post. But if you break any law or anything like that, then I see Kalia. Anyway, let me finish
Anyway.
what I'm saying, and then I'm going to give her a link.
You can only have 6 people, Tito.
Well, then I guess meeny, miny.
you're all debating a few.
Yeah,
I don't want anybody to dip out. Really, I'm just messing around. But I'll send her a link, and as soon as somebody decides that they are tired or something,
I
she
mean,
can get in.
if you're making subs at the Subway, you probably shouldn't be on a stream.
Yeah. So anyway,
fucking
BitChute,
Bankman.
they don't do that, but you're on your own as far as if they find that you're doing something wrong. For example, with the federal government, you're going to be the sole person responsible, and that's what YouTube is now trying to do. Is they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. They're still going to collect children's information, But if they get caught, they're going to say that the creator's responsible.
Yeah,
That sucks.
it's kind of messed up the whole thing what's going on. But as far as BitChute, like BitChute, I think you have to be 18 years older in order to sign up.
That might be true. I don't know.
Oh,
I have to go look.
Crap, I'm gonna have to
Well,
wait
how
another
easy is that
year.
to fake an account?
So anyway, if I end up not being here anymore, at least right now, everything I'm putting out, which is not a lot, it's going automatically to BitChute, and then after this new policy comes in, if I end up not being viable since I'm not monetized, I'm gonna have to learn how to stream on Twitch, and I know that from Twitch I can mirror BitChute there also. In fact, you can even do that on Facebook. So there's several ways to work with BitChute and do your live streaming.
Yeah, but
in
finding
other
your audience is
platforms.
tough in that way, though.
Yeah, because look at the giant numbers we're pulling tonight. How will we expect to do that on BitChute?
Well, the reason that I get these kind of numbers is that most people don't see my stuff on YouTube.
Well,
I have to post something to Twitter to get people to come in here.
Maybe
You know, I'm
maybe
actually
somebody
having a
with
big
1,000
time-
subs could tweet it out.
I can't even find your channel, Tito. Honestly, I'm looking. I don't even know where your channel is.
Yeah,
God
it's
damn it!
true.
I can't even access the chat because I can't
It's true.
find your channel. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I typed it in, and it's like, no, we don't know who that is.
Exactly.
It's right next to Tino's World, the one with the ex-Yankee first base.
Yeah, there's one called Tina's World who's got twice as much.
Ed Brewer is in the chat.
Edward, how's it going?
Yes. The other. What did you say we were doing the review for Fright Night? You said
hello,
you said
Ed.
Eric.
Good to see you, Ed.
Yeah, and I said, yeah, in honor of Fright Night, I called him Evil Ed.
He said I haven't heard that name in a while. He's really good to call him that.
And then he went, "You're so cool, Venkman."
He really said that about Bankman?
Yeah, he said that.
Oh, watch a movie for God.
Was he sober at the time?
Go watch Hudson Hawk.
No,
I refuse to watch
No.
Hudson Hawk again.
no. Of course he wasn't sober. I had to put something in his drink.
Christy, Hudson Hawk is a classic.
I have watched it and it is okay. I don't hate it anymore. But that is a movie I will never, ever watch again.
So, have you ever seen Fright Night?
I saw the 80s version, but not the 2011 version.
That's what that's from. You're so cool, Brewster. Evil Ed said that. That was a takeoff on that line.
I think we all need to be thankful on this Thanksgiving evening that Christy no longer hates Hudson Hawk.
Eric, you should watch Fright Night 2. One came out in 89.
I've seen it.
William Ragsdale looks just like Steven Crowder.
Well, I said, because the first Fright Night, his girlfriend was on All My Children.
No, not
And then before
Married with Children.
No, All My Children.
Was she on
that
both?
was her first. Yeah, that was her first acting gig. And
Why are you watching All My Children?
that was the only thing on in the rec room at college. That was 1981.
You're like, I gotta know what happens next.
Even then, it was any excuse to skip class. And then his girlfriend in Fright Night 2 was the hot young girl on One Life to Live at the time. So
Yeah, the one who played Alex. I forget what her name is.
I can't remember her name. And she went on to have absolutely no career.
Originally we were gonna do that review for Tuesday of Fright Night 2 because he's like, because I asked him what. I asked Rob, what movie are we doing? He said Fright Night 2. So then I get on there, I'm like, why are you sharing out the one for 2011? So, that's the one we're doing. You said Fright Night 2, so I watched the other one. So I watched the sequel.
Oh my gosh.
But I've already seen the reboot before, though. The reboot is good. But unless you're Dalton, who was in the chat the whole time, did not like the movie. I love dark humor. I love horror.
Thank you,
comedies.
Rookie.
Huh?
I just thanked Rookie. He subscribed to me.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That means he had to went to the effort to find me so that he could subscribe to me.
yeah. I didn't have to do that.
Womp womp.
I didn't have to do that
That is
because
always exciting when people subscribe.
oh man.
So, anywho,
Anyhow,
I don't know. It just got
Anyhow.
really awkward.
you know what?
Oh, and Kalia says that Hudson Hawk is mediocre.
Well, she's probably right, but I still love it.
Which one of you was that you or Kalia that watched the wrong movie?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was you. She watched Ghoulies instead. She wants to watch Hudson Hawk.
Well, maybe that's why she likes it now instead of hating it.
I was just like, what the hell am I watching? I was just like, I don't remember this movie.
Did you like click the wrong place by accident, or was it intentional?
No, it wasn't even Ghoulies. It was another movie. Because I know the
Like she ignored what we said on Twitter like multiple times, and she kept
multiple times. It was like a really shitty version of Critters. I don't know.
That's Ghoulies.
It wasn't
is-
Ghoulies.
Ghoulies
wasn't
is a
Ghoulies,
ripoff
though.
of Critters.
Garbage Pail Kids. What's it?
It wasn't that though, because it started with an H.
Here's the age.
I don't know.
Not
Hobgoblins?
sure what movie that would be.
Was it
I don't know.
Hobgoblins?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up and see.
I bet that's what it was. Hobgoblins. That's the one I could think of. It has little.
Hobgoblins. It was Hobgoblins.
There you go.
I was just like, what the hell is this? I watched that entire movie and I was just like, this is so ridiculous.
Who's the cast then?
I just had this stroke of genius. Instead of according to Christy, next time that you mess up and change your name, you're going to have it. It's going to say, "It's Miller time."
I would never do that.
Tom
you would
Barrett.
never turn it to Tristy Drinks either. But it happened.
No, I did that when I was drunk as hell. And I was sending
Yeah.
I was sending screenshots to Kalia and I was like, well, what about this name? And what about this name? And I don't know what it was, but I couldn't change it on my PC. But when I went to my my channel on my phone, I was able to change it
No, you got proper
back to my name.
You got
Wow.
proper Jenny.
The biggest star on that whole entire movie, Hobgoblins, was Tamara Clatterbuck.
Who?
Oh, Tamara Clatterbuck. Yeah.
She was on the Young and Restless from in 1973.
She's
Yeah.
a household name. in the
I'm gonna
She
have
used to have a
Clatterbuck
Tumblr
household.
account
The computer is lagging
back in the
really
day when you
hard.
could be naked.
Oh, okay. She's legging right now. So she's gonna
All
bow out.
right.
Well,
Are you sure, Fallon?
Happy Thanksgiving,
Okay.
Fallon.
Yep.
All right, bye, Fallon.
Y'all
Thanks for
too.
coming in, Fallon. Happy Thanksgiving.
It was fun.
Have a Merry Christmas.
So who's put up their decorations? I know Vankman you have, but who's put the
Mine are already
Christmas tree?
on. Mine are on
The
right
Christmas tree.
now. Christmas tree? No, that's not yet. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I got everything Christmas. It was here November 2nd.
Yeah, Halloween is going to be the official start of Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, if you live in the northern states where you get freaking cold ass weather, where you don't want to go outside, 'cause
Leah,
it's
if you check your Twitter, you're going to see your link.
there's a reason why they call Green Bay the frozen tundra, the Lambeau Field. So
My sister, I video chatted with them, and they're surrounded by snow in Colorado, and my nieces look so miserable.
you can't go outside. There's snow outside. Oh, boo-hoo.
Oh crap! I almost said my oldest niece. I just don't like saying their names.
Oh,
But
niece
my old,
one and niece two.
yeah, niece one.
Thing one and thing two.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That's what we call them sometimes. Is thing one and thing two. But niece one is like she's over the idea, but the niece two, she is just like so amazed by the snow. But then she wants to go outside. She's like, I don't want to go outside. I go, why not? It's cold.
Good.
Dude, it's funny you say that, because we were at my sister's house today for Thanksgiving, celebrate early because one of them does stuff with the other family on the actual Thanksgiving. So the kids are outside, wind chill of 15. They're all running outside. They're like, I'm like, and they keep opening the door. As soon as they open the door, you get that gust of cold air in my back.
Oh man.
I was like, I told my sister, you're gonna have one less kid soon. Sitting there trying to watch. Sitting there at the kitchen table, and they're running out the back deck, going outside. I'm like, I said, so my other niece, the only one, she's the only one that's sitting there. I said, lock the door.
And she did, didn't she?
No, she didn't lock it. No, she was busy on her phone, like Eric on his phone.
I was texting a
I
friend.
can hear you. I can hear.
We can hear it.
I can hear you going tap 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 tap.
How I have it muted.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we could hear it.
No, you didn't. You just think you did.
right now.
I'm not doing anything now. See, look, nothing in my
Jazz
hands.
hands.
Ah!
She got happy hands. Shakes.
Thanks for the night. Thanks for that image, Eric. I
You got an obsession with taking photos of your dad.
mean, it's fucking hilarious because he has hands in his hair and it's like
Reminds me of like those because they got the puppets. Like I got hands. I got happy hands to shake them all around.
Okay, so have y'all watched Tremors?
Are you kidding me? You know this.
I know.
How many actually?
Which one?
How many
'Cause
Tremors
The
are there?
first one. The first one.
there's like 6 now.
I've seen the first
Well,
one,
the last two don't count.
but
Yeah, the
I
last
saw
two
the
are
first one when
horrible.
it was in the movie
The
theater.
last 5 don't count. The first one is the only one that counts.
Okay, so I went on there. I was like, I want to see if they have Tremors on, just like the other shows and everything. And then there was a thing with Kevin Bacon as a failed pilot.
Oh
And
yes.
it's an,
Oh, you
and
found
it's
that.
and I
Oh yeah,
was,
Sci-Fi canceled. They were gonna make a show.
I was devastated. I was like, are you kidding me?
I'm glad they canceled that. That looked awful.
It did, but I mean, you never know. They could bring back not
It-
Earl,
They made,
Bert.
Dude,
they
all
made
pilots are.
designs really crappy.
You gotta realize that all pilots are bad.
Yeah, but I mean, they showed the trailer for it, and it looked just atrocious. I mean, one
It
thing
kind
is
of
the-
did.
oh, I know it could have been good, but the trailer looked awful. I mean, it's supposed to entice you to go, "Wow, I want to see it again." Whoa! But I was like, "Nah, dude, that looks no." And they pretty much ignored a lot of the other films, and it's kind of like I don't know. They kind of built the lore around the first 3 films, and then the rest.
And not even the first films. A lot of the stuff that they showed, I was like, that. I mean, what they did on the first film, I was like, that's not how they said it in the first film. I mean, yeah. I mean, I even have the DVD where it has. Have you ever seen the alternate opening that they had with old Fred and God,
they
what the
have
hell
an
is that?
opening in Trevor's one.
Yeah, they had another opening. It was with old Fred and God, who was the other guy's name?
Walter or
No,
the
guy with the Winchester rifle that went up the.
Was it Ted Nugent with old
Yeah,
Fred?
that's like
Edgar. It was Edgar. That's who it
Oh
was.
right, Edgar.
Yeah.
Yeah, was
Welcome
it
to the show, Kalia.
What?
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Okay,
Sorry,
everybody
my
that's come in.
mouthful.
Everybody
Hey,
that's
Kalia.
come in, we've made them answer 2 questions.
Hmm.
So here's your 2 questions. What does Thanksgiving mean to you? That's your first question. And then your second question is, what did you do for Thanksgiving today?
Thanksgiving means something you're thankful for. I don't really like Thanksgiving
Okay.
or Christmas.
Slaughtering of all the Native Americans.
And I just slept. I stayed home and slept and just relaxed.
Okay.
Yes,
Didn't
Not-
do anything.
You're not a Christmas person either. Huh?
No, because a lot of
family members have died around this time. So ever since that happened, I'm good. Halloween is what I celebrate every day.
Kalia,
So yeah.
along those lines, I was taking care of my mom 3 years ago, and she died in front of me on Christmas morning. So
Jeez.
trust me, I know that feeling.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
No, I said, yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah. Yeah, it ruins holidays when stuff like that happens.
You know, it had the opposite effect on ours.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Well, what happened was, it's a real weird story. She was sick, and she thought she was getting better. Obviously, she didn't. But my a cousin, an older cousin of mine, we were sitting up on Christmas Eve, wondering. We were starting to think, what if she doesn't get better? What are we going to blah blah blah? And he said, "Well, call me tomorrow morning when and let me know how she's doing." So that next Christmas morning, she called me into the bathroom to help her get back into bed. And she had a massive heart attack, on the Elvis chair, and and there was nothing I could do. I mean, like I said, she was slumped over, and I didn't have my phone on me, and my cousin, who was supposed to be waiting on a phone call, walked in, and we got to call an ambulance and get her to the hospital, and we were able to get the entire family together, to say their goodbyes, which was nice, but that's why I said there's one point where I mean, we knew she wasn't going to make it through the day, and she was already brain dead, blah, all that, but we were going in and out of her room, and I had been in there seeing her, and I walked out, and there were 7 family members. All 7 of them were buried in their phones. And I realized, I said, well, that's life.
Wow.
The one thing about that can happen now at death in family is that sometimes the family that you don't see each other you guys actually get in touch, and you actually start to realize, hey, no one lives forever, so you might as well spend as much time as you can together. Make up for past mistakes. Sometimes it can smooth things over, but then other times, it just could be a bad memory too.
It never has a lasting effect. You want to excite because when same with our dad, I was talking to my sister. I said, you and mom haven't gotten along very well since or for years ago. She's not gonna be around forever. I said, you need to mend those fences, and and mom lived another 14 years after that, and they still didn't. But I mean, you always say you're going to, but like even after moments like that, hell, a month later, everything was completely back to normal. Anybody that didn't get along or didn't stay in touch had already fallen out of touch again. And
yeah.
Well, man, that's how I am with my one sister. Well, she was a middle child. I was youngest. She was one that's slightly 3 years older than I was. I never really got along with her after my dad died. I kind of like, my mom's like, well, what's wrong with your problem? I was like, well, I don't like her because she looked down on me all the time, corrected me and everything. As I got to the point where I got so annoyed by it, I didn't want to go have nothing to do with her. And she could figure out, why not?
Eric Brewer, he had to go break up a fight just now. Welcome back, Ed.
So
what?
Ed Brewer had to go break up the family Thanksgiving fight.
That's not what I'm laughing at.
And he says he hates the holidays.
What are you laughing at?
So on Twitter they have like the hashtag if women were men for a day, and this guy on here, they would finally understand morning wood.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's a picture of like the tube, the Superman, the handstand, the frog, the lunch, and the blow dryer.
Oh my God.
he just really made this southern.
What did I have? Because Eric was
incoming snort.
well, Eric was talking, and I was like, this is so serious, and I didn't laugh. And then when Ed said that comment, I was like, yes, I can laugh.
These elfin people. Oh, effing. Sorry.
Christy, my story wasn't meant to be serious.
I'm just coughing.
Oh.
It's my smoke.
Bateman, I get the no sibling get along because me and my older brother, I'll never have a relationship with him. Haven't had one since probably 18 years. So that's never gonna. It's his fault. It's not mine. I've tried to be nice, but it's
I've had a better relationship with my sister, who she's the oldest. I'm younger. She's 11 years older than I am, and I have more like in common with her than I do with the other two. Like my brother is the only one like what we have in common is we both like watching wrestling. That's it.
So are you the youngest, Frank?
Yep.
I am too. And my other brother, I have two older brothers. The other one, when both of them got married, they never talked to me again. So I was like, all right, that's fine. I just have my mom and dad. So
I ain't babysitting. Haha.
No, I'm not.
But y'all were talking about Christmas and hating the holidays, that kind of stuff. When I was growing up, Christmas was a really big deal. I come from a large, super large extended family, and every year we would, families would have their home Christmas at home and get up and open their presents and do whatever they do, and then by noon we'd all start heading over to my aunt's house. My aunt had the largest house in our family because there were so many of us. It would take like a high school gym to get us all in one room. So as it was with her house, they had a big dining room, big formal dining room, and then there was another dining room, just their casual one. The kids were set up in the casual dining room, and the rest of the family was in the formal dining room with this really long table. And we used to do the whole day Christmas there every year, tradition. And I mean, there were so many kids you might only see once or twice a year. And we'd get together, we'd play games and have fun. There was a swimming pool in the house, and I mean, it was a really big thing. And I have such really great memories of Christmas. But by the time I got into high school, like my grandparents were gone, and some of my aunts and uncles had started to pass, and most of the kids moved to different states and went to college or whatever. And now, none of us live in the same state. What few of us are left, and we never see each other. We don't have big Christmases, and I really miss that. I hate the way Christmases are for us now. So it's not such a big deal for me anymore. When Christmas starts coming along, I just want it to get over with and start the next year. So yeah,
it happens. Yeah, it's usually the older
change,
people,
I guess, as you get older.
Usually the older ones are the ones that keep it together as far as modern times go, and once they start going, the younger ones don't really care anymore and just start drifting off.
Yeah. So anyway, I can relate with what Eric was saying and what Kalia was saying, and not exactly the same reasons, but kind of similar.
Well, the older we get, the closer we come to being like the patriarchs of the family Christmases, and that's you never think about that when you're young.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
I completely agree.
Okay, everybody, stop crying, dry your eyes, and let's go on to the next topic.
How was your Thanksgiving, Christy?
It was great. I mean, went and met my mom and my stepdad, my uncle, my cousin. My uncle, God rest him. I mean, he's not dead or anything. He's just an idiot.
He just needs God to rest him.
And you didn't have to get bailed out or nothing today, right?
No, it's
That's
just
a good day.
He's very special.
And
I
ain't that special?
He really is. He can be really special. And he gets anxiety over the biggest things and stuff like that. And I'm driving my car and he's like, Christy, we're not going to make it. I got my cousin in the back on her cell phone talking really loud in my car. And I go to the right because she sits the diagonal from me, or she's sitting on the passenger behind her dad. And I said, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to take that phone and I'm going to throw it out this window. Because she was talking so loud. And she's 16. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not a parent.
Right?
I would kill her. I would kill her. And so we get there. My uncle's like, Christy, we're not going to make it on time. We're not going to make it on time. I said, listen here, uncle, it is only 100 miles away. I can get there in 30 minutes. And I got there in 27 minutes.
So you lied.
What do you mean?
You said 30 and you got there in 27. You lied.
Well, yeah, but it's also because how fast I was going though too.
3 more minutes and the turkey would have been free.
Well, because that's honestly, that's what he was kind of worried about because he was hungry.
We're not gonna make it food in my belly.
I was
Tell
like,
him to gnaw on his shoe.
I was just like, why did you not eat something before we left or have breakfast or something like
Well,
that?
what kind of question is that? You wait so that when you get to the feast, you can pig the hell out. That's
We didn't even get to.
That's not true.
We didn't even get to
Your
my
stomach shrinks.
my parents until like after 2 o'clock.
Well,
so
and
he
then dinner
woke.
around 5 or something. Yeah.
You could have stopped at the local fast food place and
I
get him
asked him
one
if
of those
I was like,
turkey McMuffin just to get him through to the
Go to the next
the
Jewish-
destination.
I was like, Kenny, do you want to stop? You want to get a bag of chips or something? I mean, because I could hear his stomach rumbling, and I was like, I got some gum, and he had just bitching and complaining the whole way. So I finally got my earbuds, and I just put my earbuds in, and I started listening on my phone in the music. I said, I can't handle this shit, and I gotta drive back with these motherfuckers too. I really like, Mom, can I please? I was like, Mom, can we just? I will pay them. I will pay an Uber or whatever. Do I have to? And my mother just looks at me like, now, Christy.
They're family. You got to care about
They're
family.
family.
You go, hey, can I trade family so I can catch up with other people?
Well, because I mean, like y'all talked about earlier, it's like I mean, my grandparents were like that. After my grandmother passed away, she really, I mean, my grandpa was okay. She was a matriarch, and my mom had a hard time. So I try to help my mom through that. Try to get Thanksgiving, all the holidays together. But like Tito said, and you said, everybody moves away and everything. So it's about 8 people now. But with my family and my sister live up in Colorado, it's just my mom and my sister, it was me, my parents, my uncle. So it was only us 6. And then my stepbrother came uninvited. Y'all, that was interesting. He is very much the typical redneck. If you the memes,
what's up, Millers? You all got the Millers?
No, it's not that's my dad's name. Everybody, that's my dad's name. But yeah,
That's Paul's name.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make the table with
but here's the problem. If I said their last name, y'all could look them up and you can know who they are. But I'm not going to say that because it's a really unique last name. And
that's how my last name is.
Yes, I know. And
yeah, you know my last name.
I do.
Is the last name Johnson? Robinson?
No.
Bodine. Really hillbilly?
No, we're talking about unique, not
if you unique, like very unique.
Yeah, something that not many people have.
Is your last name Milky Way?
No. So my stepbrother, he has really red hair with the whole beard and stuff like that.
Ginger.
You've got a redheaded stepbrother?
He's a ginger. He is a ginger.
Daywalker.
And this man is so racist. I think he would give what was Dave Chappelle's skit on
the special on Netflix?
No, the where he played the blind racist. Yeah, that he. Oh my God!
I love that character.
and he just talking away and about the I mean, you can support Donald Trump and y'all are really great, but he's the one that's reposting this stuff on Facebook. And I'm just like, oh my God, can we just shoot him? I mean,
he's posting about Trump all the time.
Yes. I mean,
I think people can do what they want, but I feel like people that are obsessed with Trump, whether they hate him or like him, I'm like, guys, get lives. Are you alive? Look around your city. Is everything okay? We're not being bombed. Nothing's on fire. Relax.
Not yet.
Relax.
But
yeah,
so,
like,
no.
Yo, so I went to his so I went to his trailer. He has a legit trailer. And he has this, the old, like my parents have that where old glass display of like pictures or whatever. And he has these patches in there. And I was like, I remember him telling me that him and my other stepbrother used to have Boy Scouts and stuff like that. They weren't those kind of patches. Can you guess kind of patch? Can you guess what kind of patches they were?
Some white supremacy, I would imagine.
Yes. God.
We got that Nazi boy.
And yes, and he came in. So I say that because when he came to my parents, he had the jacket, the camo jacket with all the patches like ironed or sewed on. It's like, oh shit, here we go. Oh shit, here we go.
Sounds like Ed Brewer's house.
Well, because I don't deal with that shit because I'll tell y'all off, but me and him get into an argument as always, and
shut up, woman! What you doing talking about that? You must be an Obama lover with the Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, and he always and I was like,
killed himself. That's for show, you know.
And,
yeah.
And what's so that's really good, actually. That really is.
So I need to ask you, since you guys seem to be getting in fights and stuff, did you ever beat him like a redheaded stepbrother?
Hell yes, I did. I beat the shit out of him.
Okay.
Whenever you say y'all,
I've been wanting to ask you that ever since you mentioned okay.
So, but he always goes back and he's like, well, I'm gonna go shooting and we'll just do this and everything like that. And I said, I'm a better shot than you. And that really gets him pissed off because
that's a burn.
That was a real burn.
You don't be talking like nothing like that, woman. I'm gonna snap you right upside the hand. You gonna stay on our Cletus.
I triggered him, it was funny as hell.
Whenever you say y'all now, I'm gonna picture it in the biggest Southern accent I can think of. Y'all. That's your one country slip.
Well, that's the only thing I really do. But my mother is worse because I know I've talked about this with Tito. Do you wash or wash your clothes?
That's true, Rookie. That is her only one because Kiss My Grits is urban AF.
Coffee and water as well.
Water?
Water, coffee. Yeah. Mayonnaise.
What's going on in the background?
Sorry, can you hear me? Sorry. I was getting my Halloween candy. It's Halloween.
I thought it was Rookie.
Me too.
My stupid headset. When you
lift
the mic up
into
on it, my gaming headset, when you move the mic up, it's supposed to mute you, and I thought it had, but apparently it didn't. So I'll hit the mute button.
We heard every single movement.
Sorry.
I swear I thought that Rookie was tearing the paper off a foot long.
No, I have 2 big bags of candy that I got on Amazon for like 50% off.
Wow.
You can buy candy on Amazon.
Yeah, you can buy
almost anything on Amazon.
Yes, you can buy anything on Amazon.
I guess I never would have thought to buy candy from Amazon.
Where'd Eric go?
We just lost him. He popped out.
Check your backstage, Tito. Yeah, I'm actually gonna head out now. I'm gonna finish up Josiah Rice's movie because it's like halfway through and it's so silly. Oh my god, the acting is hilarious, and it's like The Room, but not as funny as The Room. But it's like, I don't know. You'll see.
Hey, before you go, I want to ask you one question, and everybody else can answer it the same too. But I want you to go first since you got to get going.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Well, no, we all knew that. Anyway, no, for from now until the end of next week, what's the one thing that you really, really want to watch?
From now and the end of next week.
Yeah, we'll put that parameter in it.
I mean, there's nothing new that I really care about.
Doesn't have to be new. Just what is it that you're wanting to watch between now and the end of next week?
And nothing specific, but I do want to put in Tampopo again so I can do a review on it because nobody's heard of it, and it's a hilarious, like, Asian film.
There you go.
Want to do a review on that.
Eric's backstage.
All right, let me grab him.
With the groupies. Tito's groupies. You can start letting them in. I'm going to head on out, make some
All right.
room.
All right, Rookie, thanks for coming by.
Bye, Rookie.
Bye.
Yep, no problem, guys. Have a happy little holiday.
Happy
too.
Thanksgiving. Take care.
Yep, later.
Okay, Eric, you're back.
Yeah, it looks like my ancient equipment is breaking down again.
Okay.
And so is my computer.
From now until the end of next week, what is the one thing that you want to watch?
I
can't
don't
think
know.
of anything.
I know.
So there's nothing that you're thinking you're going to watch this week?
My question is, who jumped in and left?
Rookie left. Eric jumped in.
Okay.
Yeah, my camera froze, and I think my mic went out too, so I had to jump off and pop back on.
Guys talking about food. I want to get myself some chicken. Woo. Fried chicken.
Okay, well, we'll go with you then, Venkman. From
All
now
my
today,
shows.
today until next week, what is the one that you want to see the most?
Well, if they have it on, I'll be watching The Rookie with Nathan Fillion, on the ABC. It's on Sundays. But this Sunday they also have Batwoman and Supergirl.
Oh, so you probably want to watch them.
I watch all the CW shows because they all tie into each other. Some are cringy.
Isn't Across Elseworlds coming up soon?
December 8th, a week from this Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
it's like
Arrow's been great.
5 different shows this year?
Well, after January, Legends of Tomorrow comes back.
But Arrow's gone, so that's even.
Arrow's gone, and then they're replacing it with Superman. So.
Yeah, I love The Rookie too. Big Rookie fan. The Rookie on TV.
What's the name was just on there? The guy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jeff.
Let's say that was nice of him to come on tonight, in case you can't see him Sunday.
No, we're talking about the TV show with Nathan Fillion.
The cop show. It's actually a reboot of the 70s cop show about the Rookie.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's really good. And you know, it's another great show on TV. It's called Prodigal Son. Oh, it's so good. It has
FBI.
Wait, Venkman.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I was thinking that too.
I guess I've been spending too much time with Bateman.
No,
that's
comic,
Jimmy.
Of course,
Yeah, well, I want to hear more about that.
Because everything he says, you do it, Eric, because you do it better.
If Clea and I are spending time together,
yeah, I want to hear more about
I've
that.
never seen her. The reason why I have drapes.
It's so
Oh my
good.
gosh.
We both want to see Nathan Fillion this week. And Christy, you say you don't know yet?
Oh, I have a ton of shows that I'm going to see. Mandalorian on Friday.
Okay, what's the one that you like?
Friday
Tuesday. If you could only see one for the whole week, what would you choose?
One.
Yeah, if you could, if there's, you're only allowed to have one program in this next week, what would you choose?
So if it can be only one program, does that mean it can only be one episode of that program?
Yeah.
I'd have to pull up my DVR to see what's on the next week.
Well,
Mine would probably be Temptation Island. I gotta tell you, this season.
Wait, that's still on?
It's a new show. It's season 2. It's a new rendition of it. It's
I can't watch it. I can't watch it because it's all about adultery.
That's why it's fun.
No,
it's not adultery.
No.
They're not married.
They're not
married. They're in a relationship.
They're couples in a relationship, and then the either the guy or the woman hooks up behind them.
Well, no.
Welcome back, Ed Brewer. Welcome back.
Both of them get the opportunity to meet people and to kiss them and whatever. So it's not like it's just
so that's the attraction.
Well, no, what happens is on the island they separate the couples. So the girls have their own house. And then they bring in like 15 guys or girls for them to date. They go on dates and stuff like that. It's on USA. It's on Thursday nights.
They bring in all these male models that these women don't ever have a chance with.
Whatever. Have you even been watching this episode?
I watched the first season, and I saw how that one.
But you haven't seen this season, though. You don't know how women look.
Are Mr. Rourke and Tattoo still on?
No, they're not.
I think Tattoo is dead. I'm not sure about Mr. Rourke.
Pretty sure Mr. Rourke is too. But...
He saw the plane.
The plane.
I think those were his final words.
The plane.
And then the plane hit.
All right, Christy's turn.
Then it became Lost.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I kind of agree with Bankman.
On what?
Oh, I believe that 100%.
On the Temptation Island thing. That's yeah. But as far as watching, I mean,
did you watch the first season, Christy?
I've watched the original version of it. There's been like 3 reboots of that.
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the other ones, and I want to. But this, I was like, I had watched The Bachelor for up until like a year ago. Like I watched every single season. And it just got trashier, and then the people got younger, and I don't relate to them. And so Temptation Island to me is like a million times better than Bachelor.
Well, he
so I think it's good. What?
The whole point of Temptation Island is they say, dude, I bet you that guy's going to cheat on his girlfriend. Oh, he did.
But the girlfriend agreed to go too, though, so she could cheat on him. Like the one,
but it's the whole premise of it, though.
No, the first girl that had sex, it was one of the couples. She had sex, not the husband, or boyfriend, whatever. So it's not just men cheating on the girls.
No, it's not about the men cheating on the girls or the girls cheating on the men. It's both of them have couples that are in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Both able-bodied decided, we're going to go to this thing and we're going to see who is in the better relationship and stuff like that. And honestly, shame on USA for doing that type of shit. I'm sorry.
You know why they do that, Christy?
It's for ratings.
Well, because Fidelity Island got canceled after half a season.
Well, you and Bateman can be on your own team, but Ed in the chat is on my side. He loves Temptation Island. So thank you, Ed.
Jeez, Ed. Ashley F. The first night.
Ed, what wasn't it? England team last night that said that you were single. We should have a date and watch Temptation Island.
So that's how you pick up chicks in 2019.
You got to fill a consent form first.
No, it doesn't have to be Temptation Island. A guy could get me with any kind of show, really.
Hey,
I love all kinds.
You want to watch Mandalorian?
Yeah. Actually, I would.
It's called Disney and Chill now.
Well, I know. I don't know if I could do a Disney and Chill stream. YouTube would cock block that one too.
I watched The Mandalorian. I rewatched the pilot and the second, third episode.
Baby Yoda was cute.
And Baby Yoda is very cute. And to other people who watch that and do reactions and stuff like that, to me, Baby Yoda looks like a gremlin.
Hey, Ed, Ed, I just want to say I'm truly flattered, but I don't swing that way.
You take what is the gremlin, the lead one's name? I can't remember.
Mogwai?
Gizmo.
You take Gizmo, remove his fur, and dye him green, and there you go.
Yeah, because they based him off of Yoda.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen Gremlins.
What?
I heard that they based Yoda off of President who
Obama.
was it? No, I can't remember which president it was.
Nixon?
I really
Nixon?
don't. I really don't remember. But
Which one of you two said you've never seen Gremlins?
me.
Actually,
Kalia.
they didn't base him on a president.
Actually, you're
based
kind of
him-
better off not seeing it. It's a horrible movie.
they based Yoda on
Cinema Queen.
the
Shut
cinema queen.
up.
No, Einstein.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah,
Einstein,
they based him on Einstein.
because he's smart.
Well, yeah, and his eyes was, yeah, he's got Einstein's eyes.
And his height.
Hey, Christy, I know you wanted me to let you know if Pepperdine tied the game. They just did.
Okay. Congratulations.
So I'm guessing that Christy's gonna watch The Mandalorian when it comes on this week.
No. I'll watch it.
No, I'll be watching the number one shows I'll be watching tomorrow will probably be Titans because they're coming on. And then you have
Will
The
it be a new
Mandalorian.
episode?
It should be a new episode.
Is that second season starting?
Yeah. No, it's probably ending soon.
What about Memphis, Cincinnati?
The other shows I'll be watching is on the Titans. I'll be watching The Mandalorian, Imagineering episode 4. You also have The World According to Jeff Goldblum number 4.
Kalia?
What?
Okay, what's your Twitter? Do you have Discord?
Well,
Wait,
because
I know.
because Twitter you can't just like call someone up. Discord you can without giving out your phone number.
No, you just go on Twitter and ask them for their phone number in private chat.
Shut up, man. I hate you.
We need
It's just
Chuck
because I
Woolery in
gave you my
here.
number. You're such a
We need who?
Chrissy
Chuck
has my
Woolery.
number.
Chuck Woolery?
Yeah, for this love connection.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We'll be back in 2 + 2.
So for
Oh,
me, I
Kalia's
think
back.
it's going to be The Mandalorian is the one I'm gonna.
I like to
Probably
Helium's
watch.
look at Tito. Can you highlight to Tito highlight to Helium's comment?
Mewtwo was the first doer.
I got to change my screen here.
The Pokemon.
Yeah, I know. I'm a huge Pokemon fan.
Mewtwo is the first. Me too.
Her. That's freaking awesome, to be honest.
That's hilarious.
I actually, you know, I might tweet that out. I'll give you credit to Helium.
Did you guys see what I posted in the Twitter group? I came across the Thanksgiving meme. It's in Tito's group.
Oh wow.
I knew Chrissy would like that. You're gonna get a snort out of that?
No.
I missed it. What was it?
It's a turkey that's very
No.
very weird.
It's a very Thanksgiving-y kind of thing.
Go in Tito's Twitter group. You're in there.
Today's temperature?
Actually, that's Kalia's group.
Was that Clea's group? I don't know.
Yeah, she invited me.
That's awesome.
It says I don't want to say that, but
What does it say, Christy? Can you say it?
want to stuff my ass then eat it.
Oh goodness.
It's got a turkey that's laying seductively on his side like Deadpool.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And that's the tame one I found. That's one of the tamer ones I found.
Is there
that's
a
funny.
specific term for necrophilia with a turkey?
When that black gook starts coming out, you kind of don't want to eat it.
Ooh.
What the hell are you two talking about?
Your picture. Well, it's not your picture. It was Bankman's picture, but
Turkey.
yeah.
I swear.
I'm so confused.
These kids, they get so confused so easily. What are they teaching down in Texas? Something
I'm
in the
so
water?
confused.
Is there something in the water?
teach people guns don't kill,
There's
guns don't kill people.
Did somebody poison the water wheel? Somebody poisoned the water hole. Freaking Toy Story.
Let's see. This
There's
week
a
I've been-
steak in my boot.
So, did anyone watch the newest trailer on Rise of Skywalker today?
No, because I'm not spoiling it. I want to watch it in theaters.
All right, fine. I was just trying to find something that we could
But
talk.
how can you? How
I
can you?
might do a trailer reaction because I've picked out a couple of little things. So
I do have a question, and because I've heard other people say that. But how is it spoiling something if it's available to watch on television?
It's not. They don't want to be spoiled with seeing more of the movie because that way they haven't seen that themselves.
They don't want to see it because they just
Like
want
Last
to
Jedi.
surprise.
Like Last Jedi, I made sure I didn't spoil any of it all. I didn't even watch it yet.
Venkman, have you seen the trailer where Rey goes back and brings Carrie Fisher back to life?
Jesus.
I saw the one where Carrie Fisher comes out and she says, "I'm no longer Princess Leia. I'm Princess Leo. I'm Prince Leo."
Don't give them any ideas. Yeah, just don't give them
I don't know.
any
Rian
ideas.
Johnson's been doing pretty well with the Star Wars. People are just complaining a lot.
Oh, yeah. What about him going to
Oh shit.
direct The Mandalorian? Does anybody want to see that?
Yep. I will.
I'll watch it. I mean, I'm not the.
I'm
So
not.
what?
Why? If they
I mean,
allow him
I've-
to direct The Mandalorian, I'm not going to watch.
Was anybody?
Well, it would just be one episode because that's what they did this season. Is each episode had a different director, even this season.
Yeah, Taika Waititi's going to have an episode this season.
The thing is with Rian Johnson, he could, since it's not his creative control, it might not be bad, to be honest. I mean, because yeah, he did a horrible job with that, but that was because he kind of had control over it, which he shouldn't have. So I think with Mandalorian, they already have what they are going to do. But that's
Back
just
in
me.
the old
I
days,
would
when
watch it.
we used to
I
use
mean,
DOS,
if you think about it, the fans can only blame themselves because the reason that we even got it was that Disney's even doing all this stuff because George Lucas got so pissed off with the fans who were making fun because they're mad because of the Phantom Menace and all stuff, the prequels. He said, "Screw it," and he gave it to Disney.
back in the old days when we used to use DOS and we had dial-ups and that kind of stuff, we used to have these bulletin boards where people would do posting games. And one of the popular ones was the never-ending story, where somebody would start a story, write a few paragraphs or page or however much they wanted to write, and they would leave it for the next person to come and add to it. And each person would add to it, and the next person would come along, and you might have 6 people writing this story.
That sounds like telephone.
And eventually what happens is, and it always happens, there's some asshole comes in and he decides, oh, he's going to take this story and change it 160 degrees and mess what everybody else has, done so far together. And that really pretty much kills it after that. And I look at Rian Johnson and The Last Jedi, and that's what comes to mind, is that you've got this thing started and then somebody else comes along.
Well, wasn't Abrams the one that was doing the first one, The Force Awakens?
Yes.
So you guys don't like Rian Johnson or you don't like J.J. Abrams. Make up your mind who you hate.
I'm sorry. I'm too busy singing the never-ending story song in my head.
Do you watch Stranger Things again?
Actually, no. I watched the never-ending story.
People watch it.
I haven't seen.
Of course, I have.
That's the one with the dragon dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
That has the dragon dog in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But now I can't think of the freaking Stranger Things version of that song, though. It's fucking hilarious.
Never-ending story.
How is Stranger Things anyway? It's like I've heard the first season's good, but then
Second season it gets a little more scary. The first season's
scary. It's scary.
well as it gets through because Because they thought they defeat in the first one. The first one they were trying to close something, and they thought they did it. They didn't do it all the way.
Well, they did, but then it got renewed for a second season.
Yeah, but I don't know. The second season was a continuation of the first part. It's the same story.
They
It's
killed
continu-
Rudy. Oh, spoiler.
The thing is I probably won't
Actually-
see it until it's completely done, and by the time that is,
Dude,
it'll be a long
the
time.
fir-
It'll
the
be
first-
a few years.
Eric, that was the best part of the season. I was laughing my ass
the
off.
first,
I
the
was
first,
too.
He's running slow motion.
the first season was phenomenal. I mean, it was so unique. Yeah, I mean, there's very little left that can genuinely surprise you and go, man, that was original. First season of Stranger Things definitely fit that bill. Second season still very, very good. I haven't seen season 3 yet, so I can't speak.
Season
to that.
3 got more graphic with the monsters.
And I was kind of afraid they'd do that. I said, terror. I said, fear is better than gore.
And
but, what do I know?
If you've seen the trailer of season 3, they have the brat or the jerk, the brother and sister,
the bully,
the
bully. Yeah, the bully. He's a lifeguard, and they're playing the music and all. And here he's walking down, and here's not Will's mom, but Mike's mom. Mike's and then he's like, she's checking him out, and she almost goes to meet him at a hotel to have sex.
Yeah,
I was like, this is getting really dark. Yeah,
I saw the first episode. That's the only one I've seen though.
Then it was like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
But wasn't that such a good scene though with the cars? No, it wasn't the cars. Just that scene where he's
walking down the
yes,
the lifeguard. That was such a great scene.
No. The music. No, the music. That's what I also liked about, especially the first season. I mean, granted, most of us were born in the 80s.
Tito,
have you
seen Stranger Things?
Stranger Things.
He's probably seen Strange Brew.
No, the reason I'm asking you for a particular reason.
I think if I remember right, that was on Netflix.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
And I did see one or two episodes, but I don't even have Netflix anymore.
Well, I was going to say they did a fantastic job of replicating the era because that's
what I was going to say.
I was in my early 20s when that show was set, and so old enough and hadn't become a drunk yet, so I actually remember that that time.
It's a small town in Indiana, isn't it?
And it was, but I mean, like I said, the fashion, that 70s show ended up trying too hard. It was like they looked at a catalog and said, let's do this. This one just nailed it. I mean, it was, you really did feel like you were back in, 83 or whatever year that was set in.
The only thing that we're mad about is this, they said, like, well, after season 3, they started airing it, they're like, well, Netflix like, no more cigarettes in stories.
Oh, I know. That's so
and that's
ridiculous.
I'm like, well, that era, everybody smoked because it was not cool because, well, nobody knew about the cancer stuff or all that stuff.
Well, not
yes,
everybody.
they did.
In the early 70s?
Not everybody was smoking then, but it wasn't, I mean, you could still smoke in public. There were still plenty of places you could smoke indoors.
Yeah.
And, to act like it never happened. But hell, 10 years ago, ABC did a show about stewardesses set in 1963, and they didn't let anybody smoke in a show set in 1963.
Everybody smoked in 63.
I was born in 62. The doctor was smoking in the room where my mom had me. I mean,
damn.
No wonder you plane ride. I was, it was, like 1967 or 68. Everybody on a plane was.
That's where Eric got his addiction from.
I can remember back in 1980, you could walk in almost any restaurant anywhere, and you could still buy cigarettes from a vending machine.
Yeah,
you didn't have to show your ID for nothing or no anything.
That was
even in the 90s, you could still smoke in restaurants.
I don't mean just smoking. You didn't have to show them any ID or nothing.
That was like 2008, 2009, or when they decided like, oh, we're gonna get rid of smoking inside store buildings. So I remember I would go to work and everybody from work, we go across the street to the bar, and you could smoke and drink all you wanted in there.
Mhm.
And then they're like, oh, like now you have to smoke outside. People are like, screw this, we're smoking inside. The bartender didn't care. No, didn't care. So,
Don't ever go to a bingo hall then.
oh man, I went to my friend for his work. He works for Snap-on. And they had a group outing for work thing. You could bring guests. So we went. They're doing golfing. We went to this one place, a couple cities over from me, and you went in there. You went to the bar area. Oh, it smelled like it aged like fine wine. You'll never get that smell out of there. The cigarettes, the cigars. As you walk in there, it's like I'm like, if somebody smelled like BO, you couldn't smell it because it smelled so much like the place. It's like it smelled like a dive bar. I'm like, this is the country club, man, where people just sitting there chain smoking at the bar and just drinking. Oh my gosh, but I don't know. If you don't want to secondhand smoke, don't go to bars. Then again, you're also drinking because you're killing your liver. So what's the point?
Well, the point is that if you're drinking, the person next to you isn't, breathing in, and getting the alcohol you're drinking. I mean, that's the logic.
What about the guy who smells like ass? His golf at work.
No. I think, honestly, I said there are certain places where you should expect it. I mean, I said, like I said, if you stop, if you stop in traffic, chances are you're going to be breathing in carbon monoxide around you. If you're in a bar, chances are you're going to be breathing cigarette smoke.
I can't wait till they ban cows because every time I go in like the city of Jefferson, which is like 40 minutes away from me, all I smell is manure. I am offended by it, and they should get rid of the cows.
Yeah, but as I said, it's now they say that you've got bar employees suing the bar because of smoking customers from 10 years ago. It's like, I'm sorry, you knew smoking was bad 10 years ago. You took the job. Yeah, I have very little. It's like, if I end up getting a death sentence from lung cancer, I'm not going to say, but I quit, when I was 57. That's not fair. I knew what I was doing.
Speaking of cigarettes, how you doing now? You've been, how many months now?
About 4.
4 months? 4 or 5? Almost.
Damn, Eric.
Nice.
And you went in the room.
Not being able to breathe and having to call 911 and taking an ambo ride to the hospital, that will put the fear of God in you.
I mean, like the past 4 months, this guy has been like probed and prodded by doctors. He's even glowed in the dark.
I have not. I said, and it isn't over yet because I said something is definitely wrong, with that. So I mean, I've got 2019. I'm gonna be happy when it's over.
But you're not getting your coughing fits though.
No, I'm not. But it's like but everything else is falling apart.
Well, that's because everything's always waking up. Now it's got oxygen. It's like you don't work. It's like you beat up. You turn your car on. Also, you start noticing, hey, why are all these lights on?
No,
here's another one. Hey, why are these brain cells working?
No, don't be ridiculous.
Christy, you had that. Christy, I hope you get better. I mean, I know everything's just starting to fire up over there, but I hope you get better.
Because that's really cool that you can do that, though, Eric, all seriousness, because I remember...
Glow in the dark?
No. I remember when my grandfather, he had a mini heart attack or something like that, where he had to be in the hospital for a week or two.
A mini stroke?
And something like that. It didn't affect him hard, but hard enough. And he's such a smoker. This motherfucker was going to a bathroom on another floor, has a cigarette, and is carrying oxygen.
Oh, I've seen like that so many
times. Smoking in the bathroom, and I could just see the smoke coming underneath the floor at the door. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
What you do is you go in the bathroom, and you turn the exhaust fan on, and you block the bottom of the door with toilet paper so they can go out.
But the smoke when my papa opened the door though, I was like, oh shit, we gotta go. So we put him back in the wheelchair, and I was like, Papa, we need to go. So I am hauling down the hallway trying to get him away.
Dude, I was at
my grandmother.
I was at a hospital and someone was smoking in the entranceway. Actually, you could smell it, and you're in where the nurses, where you sign in. someone was smoking. They'd smoke outside. They're like, you're not supposed to smoke anywhere on the grounds. So they're smoking outside the door. And sometimes that door would open up, the wind would blow it in, and now you smell the smoke though. So the whole entire hallway smelled like smoke. I'm thinking, why isn't anybody? They said like to come up to security, like, dude, you need to move because like, and it's weird because they have ashtrays down there, but it says no smoking beyond this point. I'm like, well, obviously it's just funneling into a vacuum part of it of the hallway. It's disgusting. But so Eric,
it's a
but
strange.
I know.
It's kind of a strange dichotomy. Like, so when that's the last place you need to be firing up a heater, but the hospital is also a scary fucking place, and you don't make most sound decisions. Because I know I thought I was having a heart attack back in 2005, and I went to the hospital. Yeah, I was, but before I did, I went through White Castle's drive-through and ate 4 double cheeseburgers on my way to my mom's house to ask her to drive me to the hospital. Never said I was smart, but I remember that night, walking down the hall, with my rolling, IV thing and my, smokes in the other hand to go outside to, have a couple. And it's the only thing that's more pathetic is funny to see because it looks like like something out of a George Romero movie if they were carrying IVs and smoking.
Yeah, but did you have a robe or something like that on with your hospital gown or anything?
I've never.
He's in his birthday suit.
No, I've never gone that route.
Okay, so my grandfather, he was like Christy Marie. Damn it, I almost said my middle name, but he'd be like,
you did.
I'll just say it. He'd be like, Christy Marie, come on, we need to go downstairs. I want a cigarette. I was like, Papa, but it's 2:00 in the morning. I don't give a damn. Let's go. So I was like, Papa, you need to tie your fucking gown. Your ass is showing.
Yeah, you can't secure that anywhere where it won't show either.
I like.
And
I say good thing I was on backwards.
well, no, that's the thing. He had it on backwards.
Oh no.
So thank God we got him his robe from home and stuff like that. And he's like,
your junk.
well, it's kind of like how Eric was describing though, where it's kind of like a zombie. I mean, he already had the cigarette in his mouth. I mean, he just had the lighter out and he's rolling. I was like,
oh, you meant Eric as a whole was like a zombie, not his
no,
like
no. But no, when you have that, he has a hand on the IV pole walking, and he has a cigarette.
You're not moving very fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eric, you replaced your habit of smoking with Diet Coke.
No, that's been there
Milky
the whole time.
Ways.
No, I
well, because people get a habit. There's
too.
People who smoke for a while, they get used to putting something up by their mouth all the time.
Oh,
that's what she said.
No, I said if I
Well, I would never go to someone like that because I don't trust them.
No, it's not an oral fixation. It's obsessive compulsive behavior.
Eric.
Well, it's not.
Christy, if you can't make anything out of that, you're not the woman I think.
Oh.
And adding your brown luggies, get out of this. We don't talk about that in this chat. That's disgusting.
Brown luggies?
I'm assuming he's meant White Castle burgers with hash.
No, loogies from smoking.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Ed, how many years? You said several. How many years have you been off the weed?
I think you said.
Do edibles count?
No, that's not smoking.
Ed's like, you can smoke at restaurants, airplanes, 80s. Didn't need an ID to buy cigs. I was 12 years old buying cigarettes. Use it for my pop. He's in the car.
My oldest uncle, he used to say that when he was 12 or 13, he would be able to go to the liquor store and just buy a bottle, one of those cheap bottles of vodka for my grandfather. And I was like, holy crap.
Did he drink them himself?
Yes, he did. But he drank with my grandfather. That's how he became an alcoholic. That's not no, never mind. Okay.
Well, you guys are Millers.
No, their last name is different.
What? It's Budweiser?
That's my mom's dad. That's my mom's side of the family.
Wait, their last name's on Hams, is it?
No,
She's not going to tell you.
I'm not going to tell you what my parents' last name. No, absolutely not. I'm telling you, their names are so fucking unique. If I let you know who it is, you're gonna.
Unique.
Is they Hatfields or McCoys?
That's actually my dad. They have Hatfields and McCoys on his side of the family.
Well,
Because I would remember.
I want you to squeal for me, boy. Squeal for me.
you got a purty mouth.
Yeah, no, it's like you got a purty mouth.
Movie memories.
Woo-wee, look at that boy over there. Mm-hmm.
Squeal like a pig, boy.
Boom, boom.
Burt Reynolds. Broken leg.
What's really bad is like in Virginia, West Virginia area, and like where Tennessee, like the border of like Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina, and everything like that. Oh God, it really is like that sometimes though.
You know what I want to do? If I ever get property down in the Mississippi, down south, I want to put a sign next to the Mississippi that says "Banjos ahead."
Why Mississippi?
Down the river, down there. If you're on the river, you hear banjos.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but that Mississippi River is so wide; it's like being on an ocean.
Yeah, that's okay.
You'd have to.
There are parts though where it actually is narrow.
Yeah.
What the world? Eric, what are you doing?
I'm changing the channel on my TV here.
I thought he's doing one of those maracas where the stick.
Yeah, that's what
Everybody don't make so much noise. They're just watching TV.
Yeah, can you keep it down?
Yeah, I just gotta go watch my TV.
My stories are coming on in about 12 hours.
I guess I'll reckon go watch my TV.
I'm still amazed that Eric knows more about General Hospital than I do.
Well, it's General Hospital for a reason. You don't know the general idea.
Yeah, figure it out. Yeah, I know about General Hospital. I've been spending too much time in the hospital.
No, I'm talking about recently though, because I don't watch it, but you're talking about the storyline that and when we were talking on the live stream, I'm like, holy shit, he's right.
Wasn't Rick Springfield on General Hospital?
Yeah, you know,
he sure was.
I was watching an episode.
Chris is like, I know, I watched that one. nudge, say no more.
I was watching an episode from '82 a little bit earlier tonight.
Is that the one where the guy gets sick and then he found out that his mother's sleeping with his brother?
No, that's the one where the guy got well and found out he was his own mother.
Okay.
Found out that his mother was his sister.
You killed Rick. I did not. You. And then they find out like the mom's sleeping with like her husband. Like, oh, how dare you!
But
and then you find out that the wife knew the whole entire time, but neither one of them killed him. It was the younger sister who had been sleeping with him as well.
Yeah, but the episode I was watching, Demi Moore was on.
Yeah, she started on there first, and she got into modeling.
Yeah, and so did her sister was played by the girl that ended up being Janine Turner from Northern Exposure, who made the mistake of coming out as a Republican, and her career went.
That's so stupid with Hollywood, and just because you don't go with the agenda, then
it's been that way since the 30s, man.
I know.
Christy, do you know who Susan Lucci is? Well, actually, it didn't.
Yes, I do.
In the 80s, it was still 50-50. It was basically.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying there was
30 years.
But it's always been pervy. Like the Weinsteins have been around. Like they've been so many characters like him.
We're talking about just so one-sided politically.
Yeah.
You know how many nominations Susan Lucci got for Best Actress before she won?
Well, it was like 18, 19 or something like that. She won like
on her 20th.
Yeah.
And she's the only admitted Republican acting in a soap. And
that's crazy.
That's not a coincidence.
That's
Yeah,
horrible.
it's too bad.
God forbid. Oh, I'm a Republican. Oh, you're all bad then because we don't agree with what you talk about.
I don't know why we give a shit what people like, what political party they belong to. Who cares? We don't care about what religion people are typically.
You know,
I don't understand. I hate it. It annoys me.
You know what really weirds me out? I'm surprised that Angleton did a stream yesterday at Thanksgiving. How come we didn't count down like the comics that had like Thanksgiving stuff in it? Like the X-Men had Thanksgiving celebrations. Even Parker's, Peter Parker, MJ and stuff. They had their own stuff. In comics, there's always been holiday celebrations. But how many of them actually have done like Thanksgiving, other than the X-Men? I know the Avengers. I thought they did it too.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't stream. You know how I know he's not streaming?
Why?
You're here.
Oh, no, that's not true. I wasn't there yesterday when he was streaming.
Were you on the road for a family function? I guess.
I was actually, when he started streaming yesterday, I was 40 minutes west of where I am now. I was gone. I was not in town.
Oh, I got to tell you what, you dodged a bullet.
I know there's a lot of people I'd never even heard of that were on there. I was like,
well, no, God, Ash and Mystery and somebody else, they got so deep into Star Wars. Were you on there, Kalia?
Yeah.
That's right. It was you three.
I was there watching
fuck.
for a few minutes, but I couldn't stay.
I swear to God, I almost started drinking again.
Oh, Eric.
It was quite the debate.
Eric, you said you weren't reading comics between like a couple of years ago and then 2008, 2009? When did you stop and begin again in comics?
It's been spotty for the last 12 years or so.
Did you follow any of the JSA stuff like back in like 2011, the New 52 stuff?
I was still, well, no, not the New 52 because JSA wasn't a part of that, were they?
I don't know. I was looking at the JSA and it had Power Girl on it and everything. Wildcat.
The series in the early 2000s that Jeff Johns and David Goyer did was phenomenal. The second one was okay. I mean, it was good. It wasn't great.
Oh, 2007. Sorry, 2007.
Yeah, the second version, about the first 20 issues or so were strong, 20 or 30, but then it kind of coasted for the last 30.
Yeah, this is 2007. Came out in February of that year. Jeff Johns, Dale Eagleshaw, and Art Thibert.
But the first 12 issues were Alex Ross painted covers of individual members, and they did that in the last 10 issues or so of the original series. So there's some beautiful covers, but
yeah, this one only had 38 issues for the run.
I was thinking of I thought the last one, but it was just...
This has Art Thibert, who I think is the same guy that's part of Comicsgate.
Yeah, but somehow still manages to get work, so he must have some friends.
Yeah.
I've
been getting into reading the Power Girl stuff, so because I was reading the New 52 Power Girl miniseries they had. It was called Huntress. So I've been getting into that. I was gonna end up reading the Earth 2 book they had that was come out. That was
actually, I read a few of those. Those weren't bad.
Earth 2 World's End.
Oh, the Punisher, the Huntress Power Girl, so they call them World's Finest.
Yeah.
Those aren't bad. But speaking of, a book that came out last week that was absolutely incredible was that Tales from the Dark Multiverse: Infinite Crisis.
I have to read that one. I'm looking up.
Oh, holy shit! That reminded me of the What Ifs from the 1977. I mean, that's the best DC What If I've ever read. And I don't lavish praise on modern comics very, very often.
Tales from the Dark Side, it's called?
No, Tales from the Dark Multiverse. They've been publishing one a week. They did the Nightfall, Death of Superman, Blackest Night, and then they did Infinite Crisis.
Okay, there's Blackest Night, Infinite Crisis, Death of Superman.
Yeah, and Nightfall. Yeah, I didn't get any of the other three, and I was just something. Like when you go to the store, well, I know you guys aren't. Nobody else is really into comics, but you know, if I find like something to get me started, I'll I'll end up buying three or four because usually I don't buy any new books from the big two. But I saw the Supergirl annual and Robert Venditti was writing it, so I said, oh, I'll get that. Then I saw the Tales from the Dark Multiverse, and I said, all right, I'll give that a shot. And I ended up buying four or five DCs yesterday.
So you read Nightfall, right?
I did not. No, this was the first one of those that I.
Okay.
That one didn't really. I can't stand Kyle Hotz.
It looks like Nightfall is kind of like I'm flipping through some of the pages right now. It almost looks like it shows Azrael in there though. It shows
Well, that's that storyline after Bane broke Batman's back.
yeah.
Azrael took over, but the Death of Superman looked really good. Blackest Night looked really good. I just don't. Like I said, I don't like Kyle Hotz's art. So that's well, we've pretty much knocked everybody out but Kahlua.
Yeah, I'm into comics, but I just got into them probably a year and a half ago, so the only ones I really have, obviously all of Moon Knight's. I have some Demon ones. I actually have some Star Wars ones. Some Spider-Man. Trying to think what else I've got. See, because they're packed up right now, I've got to I haven't even organized them yet, so I'm gonna organize them, and because I got all of them on eBay, so it's been taking me forever to take them out of their previous plastic and putting it in brand new, so it's clean.
Captain Marvel issue 12 was out.
So we lost Christy.
Did we? Oh, we did.
She said she would be right back, so maybe she actually left.
Tito is also AFK as well.
I see that.
I thought maybe they were backstage making out.
I don't know.
Maybe they are.
I don't want to say that.
Have you guys ever read any Demon comics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it's a superhero comic or anything done by the big two from 1960 through 2011, I've read it pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could pull up my eBay and see what else I bought on there. Because, man, it was horrible though, because I found this seller of comics on eBay that I think his health has gone downhill or something, because he said he has I think he said 100,000 comics that he's selling, and he's just selling them a little bit at a time. And he also isn't selling them, market value. He's selling them less just so someone can enjoy them. Yeah. And so I've been buying because I bought some and they were such in great condition for, not nearly as much as they would be. So I've been buying and buying from him. It's horrible. Once you start down that path, it's like, damn it, the hell.
Are you familiar with My Comic Shop?
My Comic Shop?
Yeah. Have you been on that site?
No.
It's basically Amazon for comic books. I mean, if you go on there and you could type in say Detective Comics. In the first series, there's 880. They'll have 870 of them in stock. I mean, they've got most of the Golden Age stuff they have. Now, I mean, they don't a lot of them they don't have multiple copies, but as far as newer stuff, pretty much anything you'd be looking for, there'll be multiple copies in varying conditions, and I've found some great deals on that because obviously, I know you can pretty much find anything on eBay also, but I said, every time I've been on My Comic Shop, every book I've typed in, I think there's only been 2 that they haven't had in stock.
Speaking of comics, Yeah, I don't know if you saw the drama going on with Donny Cates. People from Comic Skate were trying to drag him into the Comic Skate drama.
No, Donnie Cates is a prick.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
I'm Team Ethan 100% in that feud, and that's saying something. Because, like I said, when he said, "Wake me when he's relevant enough to have an opinion," here's the thing: Ethan may be a jagoff these days, but he would be a top
I don't know.
artist in any era. Donnie Cates is only a top writer because all of the good writers are gone. And so for him to say that about Ethan, like I said, I would say to Donnie Cates, "Wake me when you've done Green Lantern or Flash Rebirth." Yeah, in 2005 and 2006.
Honestly, EVS isn't really irrelevant unless you're on Twitter in this little Twitter Comic Skate drama right now. Because I don't hear anybody outside of this thing bring up anything he's doing. They don't follow him.
Right, but I'm saying, remember in
Donny Case is relevant right now because he's doing books for Marvel. I agree. If he wasn't doing for Marvel or DC stuff, he was doing on his own. Yeah, then he wouldn't be relevant.
No, but I'm saying,
I'm not saying. I'm just saying one's better than the other.
He's gone full blown SJW. Hell, it was less than a year ago. He posed for a picture with Tim Doyle, and Tim Doyle's he's a jack off by any metric. And I'm sorry if you're aligned with him, like I said, Ethan may be a creep, but Tim Doyle is a just piece of crap person.
I judge. They might be crap person, but I look by what their art is.
Doyle's not a professional.
No. Yeah.
And like I said, Donnie Cates. Like I said, here's the thing, Ethan, I'm sure has blocked some people he's gotten in arguments with. Cates blocks tens of thousands of people like Al Ewing. Yeah, I said that's just poor customer relations. And I mean, I know he thinks he's awesome, and maybe he is. I don't know. I'd already
honestly, I could care less if an artist or any guy blocks me on Twitter. I'm going off their book. I don't care what they're doing on Twitter. I usually don't follow people on Twitter.
I'm saying, but if they run a blockchain, you are like I said.
Yeah, you get wrapped up in it.
Right. He runs a blockchain and blocks tens of thousands of potential customers, and then I said last week they finally. I loved it. Whoever it was that said, I think it was Zach that said, millennials that have been torrenting music and movies for decades discover piracy exists. I said you can't have it both. You can't have it both ways. I mean, I don't care. I said if I'd liked the Immortal Hulk, I would have bought it. Even though he blocked me. He doesn't know me from a hole in the wall. But the 20,000 people that he blocked in that one sweep, if half of those people bought his book, it could have been selling 90,000 instead of 80 when it got really, really hot.
The only reason I bring it up because I don't think people should really be if you're really into books, read your books. I don't go and I'll be like, oh, I'd be like, I want to get this guy's autograph. I never do that. I've gone to cons before, but I'm not gonna sit here and wait in line to get a autograph for someone because to me that means nothing. I'd rather just maybe meet the guy. That's one thing. Maybe he's a prick. And they always say never meet your heroes. EVS, Ethan can draw. He can draw. He draw really. He's a great artist. Shit storyteller. And it's the same as true, but opposite for Donny Cates. Donny Cates can't draw. Donny Cates writes good.
Actually, Ethan is a good storyteller. He's a terrible writer. He needs somebody to go in there and write his stuff.
But yeah. I mean, yes, you can do that.
To write the scenes, like the dialogue for the scenes, because and that's not something everybody can do.
No, the great guys who could do that are all passed away. They're in the 80s. Roy Thomas and all those guys. They're pretty much passed.
But I have no doubt if you met Ethan at a show, he'd be a nice guy. If you met Donny Cates at a show,
professional,
he'd be a nice guy. Twitter makes people into things they're not. But again, In a business, like I said, like when Elizabeth Banks tells men not to go see your movie, you can't be upset when men don't go see your movie.
Yeah, I understand
And,
that.
and as I said, there's too
Yeah.
much competition for entertainment to go out of your way to
I'm
to
back.
you know to go out of your way to not go after every customer
I've
you
always
can get.
said, dude, like, dude, Twitter, like, you don't follow these creators because these creators, if they're smart, if they actually want to make money, keep making money, they will not engage with their fans. And if they do, they're polite. They're not gonna promote. They'll promote their book, and that's it. Like Sean Gordon Murphy is a perfect example how he interacts with his fans. Rob Liefeld's been pretty good too.
Yeah, well, he about once every 6 months, Bad Rob gets out, kind of like Patrick Zurcher. But yeah, again, like I said, I mean, I get the temptation to tell people that criticize you to go fuck themselves,
Mm-hmm.
but it's so much easier just to. I mean, you're a creative person. Telling somebody to fuck off is not creative.
No,
So be the creative person you
and I
are.
don't know if they're stressed out or because of that or something else, and then it's just trickling down effect or what, But I just
Well, there's so much
I don't think
pressure.
these Twitter any of these DC and Marvel guys who are artists should be on Twitter whatsoever.
No, but the original thing that blew up, that became Comicsgate, that didn't exist in a vacuum. I mean, there were a lot of comic professionals that, for one thing, a lot of them, they don't have any life experiences. They've grown up as keyboard warriors, and they've been told their whole lives that the only opinion that matters is theirs.
Well, yeah,
So, and
it,
then you've got some older pros that go along to get along because they still want work. Because instead of reporting to Joe Duffy, they're now reporting to Heather Ontos. And if they want work, they've got to actually pretend to respect these
thing is, what
blatantly
I would do, like
unqualified people.
Ed brings a good point. These creators they could use an alias and say whatever the hell they want. You know, if I were them, I would make a sock puppet account of my and see what people are saying about me behind my back.
Well, I
But
wouldn't worry about it.
I know, I'm just
I mean-
saying. I'm just saying. But and I'd see like, well, a lot of people think a lot of people are saying that they think I'm a dick and I'm an asshole. Maybe I should change the way I say things. Maybe I should take a break from Twitter. Don't it's these people. The whole thing is you're being an artist. You want to promote yourself. You want to look good. It's basically like a business. You want everyone to want to please the customer. You want to please everybody. So you watch what you say. You don't offend one side or offend the other. Unfortunately, these are the SJWs. They want to make it. Well, if you don't choose us, you're against us. And then you got the opposite side where the other ones the normal conservatives, whatever you want to call them. If you don't choose us, well, then you're an SJW. These guys you're enough. Pretty much pickles. That's why I would not even have an account. If I did, I'd post my artwork and that's it. I would not go full Neil Gaiman
Well, a lot of
or Neil Adams. Sorry.
a lot of creators are part of the group of people that are trying to create tomorrow's customer base. I mean, that's why entertainment companies keep making movies that lose money, and we keep saying, why do they keep doing that? Well, they know exactly what they're doing. They're eventually the people that don't like that, like me, will age out. We're gonna have two choices: age out or assimilate. And so all these woke comics that don't tell stories, they just lecture. That's there's a growing number of people that think that's what entertainment's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm not.
'Cause-
I'm not denying that Kate's gonna be an asshole. I've never personally seen it, but I don't put it past that people cannot be assholes. You know, I'm not gonna defend Kate's. I'm not gonna defend EBS. I'm just gonna say both of them should not be on Twitter. If your whole thing is to build off a drama, admit it. You know.
Look, the reason why Donnie Cates is at Marvel and Ethan is not at DC is Donnie Cates says Orange Man bad,
He's a
and
yes man.
Ethan voted for
Yeah.
Orange Man. And like I said, that's a major flaw in comments because however you feel about what these guys are doing to each other, back and forth, when I agree with Ethan Van Sciver on way more life and political issues than I would ever agree with Adonai Cates.
Well, it's just common sense that if your livelihood depends on your public persona, there are things that you should not talk about because you're going to have people that once they know, you're going to be on a blacklist. And it doesn't matter which side you're on because you've got people on this side and people on the other side.
Yeah,
And you're going to piss off one side or the other.
Ethan said, like, from what I don't know if he's personally said this, but what's been floating around stuff is basically what Ethan said is like, it doesn't sit well with me being a conservative. These guys are all anti each other, very, very two-faced, and he got out of it because he couldn't handle it, or he was just disgusted by it. Maybe that's when his contract's up, and then maybe they found out, or he said something. I don't know how they found out, but whatever. But he's no longer with them. He's trying to make a business on his off. I understand he wants to make a business. He wants have his own comic book out, make money off of that, provide for his family. But at the same time, he's also, by doing that, he's instead of focusing on the comic, he's doing the drama. And a lot of YouTubers do that, and that's how you generate money. If you bring in drama and you do drama all stuff, you get views. And you get the guys who are like, the people who probably don't even read comics, or maybe they do read comics, and they just like being part of the drama. Ooh, what's the person saying stuff about this? These are the people who will follow the gossip breaks, and they'll pay money just to read the tabloid. So that he's making money off, and maybe he doesn't mean to have the crap he says. Maybe he's just saying it so he can make money. It's how, and look at the people, the thoughts, they play guys. Hey, you guys are thirsty? You want to see something like this? They make money off the guys because people are marks. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past it if Ethan wants to do that, make money off of drama. It's just that when people, if you really hate Ethan that much, and they have to talk about him. I mean, I'm only talking because I saw because of the Donny Cates thing. I have no ill feelings towards Ethan, Donny Cates, or either right up there. I'm just saying, like, if you don't lie, when you start lying, that's when it starts looking bad. And don't complain if something happens, because whatever these people say, if people have caught you in a lie and you keep denying it, it makes it look worse and worse and worse. In Ethan's case, the whole ash can thing, people, I guess, apparently so upset. He promised something, they still haven't got it, and they needed another campaign. Same with Mitch, I think it's Brightlaser or whatever it is, the one that's doing Red Rooster. He kind of ducked out of the scene while Ethan was taking all the heat from everybody, and people still haven't got their comic for that. People are feeling gypped. It's getting to the point where it looks bad for people who want to put out a comic book because you're afraid, am I gonna get my book? Are they gonna get a refund? What's going on? It shouldn't be that way, but that's the way it is. But and then they get the people who are upset because of all this. I'm like, common sense. You're buying a product you've never seen. You're paying $30, and it's as an Indiegogo, you're not guaranteed that the campaign will be fulfilled and you'll get your money. You'll get your product. There's no guarantee on that. It's a scary gamble. But what you can do, you can only learn by through mistakes, learn through experience. Hopefully you learn from it. But
I have a friend. He has a small business. He's a plumber. He does a plumbing business, and he also has Facebook and he has Twitter. But by looking at those accounts, you would never know what his personal opinions are. He won't post them because he knows that by doing that, he potentially loses half his possible customer base.
Yeah, it doesn't take a genius.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even where you don't need to know. I mean, I don't mind knowing what somebody's politics are because, well, for one thing, If they're involved in a creative endeavor, there's about a 90% chance they lean left. But that's which is fine. But where I get a little salty is when you despise me simply for voting for the other guy.
Yeah, true.
That doesn't make me a bad person. You being a Democrat doesn't make you a bad person. Hating me because I'm a Republican or me hating you because you're a Democrat, that's where it gets, stupid.
Yeah, politics should never divide people. I mean, at the point where you're arguing so much, where you cut the person out of your life.
Right.
I
I can
mean,
remember a time when it didn't divide people
yeah.
like this.
Like I said, like I was telling Eric before, this isn't the original Republicans and Democrats of the early '90s and '80s. These are your new forms of each one. Either people have gone where the original conservatives. Some of them have gone to the right. Some have gone pulled to the left because the other Democrats, older Democrats, got pushed out, and I get these new Democrats, and they've gone farther to the left. So you're kind of center almost. The political scale is changing depending on the new generations.
Well, it's changed before. I mean, there were times
It isn't new though.
when it was terrible. But I mean,
Yeah.
in the '60s, for example, when Kennedy was president, he was very popular with just about everybody.
Kennedy was an old school Democrat though. He's not the new Democrats where basically I'd say progressive, and I get another. And remember, it's funny. Most people don't realize it or don't want to admit it. When you say progressive, that's another word for socialism. They keep changing it. I am progressive. What's the other word they're using? They keep changing their terms, but as far as like that.
Well, I said whenever I hear someone say liberal in those terms,
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
correct them and say, no, it's not liberal, progressive. Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off of here. Tomorrow's records. Well, later this morning is record store day. So it's one of the few days of the year I'm actually busy.
Yeah, he gets to play pinball.
Okay, Eric. Well, it's been nice having you. Nice chatting.
That's it. Thanks for having me on. And you still awake, Kalia?
Yes.
All right. Well,
I'm just shopping Black Friday deals.
Cool.
I was reading. What's been fun? I actually been reading this the Mark Waid Invisible Woman story.
Good night, Eric.
Good night, Kalia. Is it any good, Vank?
It's decent. It's better than the Lois Lane one.
Anything better than Lois Lane.
No, it's actually been her being a spy. Like her husband knows about it. He's cool with it. Reed is cool with it. And yeah,
his current year, he better be cool with it, that man.
But this is like yeah. So basically, her past is catching up there. It's like present day. And I was talking to some other people, and they're saying I read reviews, and people are saying man, if only we get a Reed Richards spin-off solo series. And one guy's like, he just be in his lab the whole entire time.
Well, guys, have a good rest of what's left of Thanksgiving, and talk to you soon. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
And we can call it good too if you guys want. Or
Yeah, I just got another sub. I'm happy.
Nice.
Happy.
Oh, freaking lost the sound. Nothing is muted though. That ain't good.
Who
Try
lost sound?
Montana.
Oh,
Try some headphones into your actual. You don't know if you have a
Or
tower.
Montana, or try to refresh the stream, or just completely close it down and start it again.
she can't hear you though.
She
Oh,
Or he, or yeah, whatever.
It
But,
says horseman, so I don't.
yeah, you're right. But
I don't-
if that person cannot hear you, it doesn't do good to tell them.
Close
I'm typing
caption.
Yeah. I'm looking. I don't see Christy in the
She was
control
real-
room. I guess
she
she's
said
not coming back.
her computer just decided to do updates out of nowhere, so she couldn't.
Oh, I hate that.
So I guess it just shut down on her while it was doing that.
Yeah, we've been going for 2.5 hours, so maybe we're getting close to a good time to call it good.
Sounds good.
I know, because you got some. What do they call that? Black Friday
Uh,
deals be chasing and
it's
whatever.
actually still Black Thursday by her.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, but don't you know that Black Friday deals always start Thursday nights now?
But yeah, at 6:00.
Oh, here it starts at 2 in the afternoon.
I know it's ridiculous to me when they started doing that. I was like, like this was back when I liked Thanksgiving, but it annoyed me when they started doing that because it's like, come on, this needs to be about not getting the best deal. It's something that you're thankful for, not. I guess they're thankful for the sales. So
Right. Like I said, I was just going in there for grabbing a few things, and I happened to get in there just the very front, and they're like, it's like 3 minutes to 6. I'm like, oh, I want to get out of here, get out, because I know it's busy. I had to walk from the back of the parking lot because they have Sam's Club right next to Walmart, and I parked the Sam's Club near the entrance of Sam's Club, and I walked over. So I'm like, everybody's waiting in line to grab stuff. They're cutting stuff. I'm like, all I want to do was just grab these things, get out, and they're like, well, you gotta wait till 6:00. I'm like, but I'm not buying Black Friday stuff, so why do I have to wait? I don't have anything that's not that's gonna be on sale at 6:00.
but they don't know that.
They have my cart.
People,
The cart's right there, and the other cashier's like, but she's like, he's only got groceries though. He doesn't have any Black Friday stuff. I'm like, thank you. But I'm so glad that if I wouldn't have gone up at that moment, if I would have went back, got something, I would have never got out. I'd be still talking to you guys on the stream in Walmart.
yeah, I've never done Black Friday like in an actual store.
Oh, I'd never work in a retail for Black Friday.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys want to talk about your channels a little bit and put your links in the chat?
Well, we could do that. I guess I could plug Extreme Movie Show.
There you go.
Sundays at I believe 7 Eastern, 7 or 8 Eastern. Usually do it on that. Just talk about movies. We have a show called Kicking It, which me and Rob Zilla both just talk about either martial arts or we'll do this movies in general. If somebody has a movie for us, we just tell them recommend it. Drop a link to us or send us a thing on Twitter, and yeah, we'll check it out. We've been doing that, and then Angleton from I Love Comics and also Old Man Comics is his new one because he's been shadow banned on I Love Comics. He's also got the Homegrown Tourist, which is his Disney channel. Yeah, he joins in also and does the top 10 Tuesdays, and also does the top 10s on Sundays. Usually he's been doing lately. He's been doing the top 10 of the decades. I believe. I'm not sure if they're going to do it on this Sunday if they're going to do the top 10 of that, but on Tuesdays we're doing the top 10 decades of like the 2000s, like 2012 last Tuesday. This up next Tuesday is going to be the top 10 2013 movies of that decade. So or of that year, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going on with that. But I believe we're going to do Fright Night, the sequel, for this Sunday, though, for the review, Kicking It. So
I'll bet Crispy will want to see that. She loves horror films. And I think Kahlua does too. Kahlua.
Yes, I do. Yeah, my channel is just the Cinema Queen, and I put the link in the chat.
There you go.
So,
how can Old Man Comics be new? See, Breen didn't leave. You just stay over there and watch.
he's probably getting ready for bed while he's listening.
Okay. And my channel, it's listed down below. And I'll leave this up. I'm not going to delete my live streams, even though it's not good for my algorithm, but I don't really care.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. Wish them all happy Thanksgiving. And until next time, y'all be good to each other.
Bye.
Bye.
Say goodbye, Tito.
Goodbye, Tito.